How dare you, Noise?
Wake up,
How dare
Chris.
you?
Wake up.
Mhm.
What do you mean, how dare I?
I was just getting on, and I got the email from Steam.
Oh. You shush. You shush. You tell
I
no
have
one.
it on PS5, and I guess their next update they're going to do crossplay.
Yeah, but
But
that's
I
not
guess
until
that doesn't matter now.
February.
Thank you.
By February, I'm gonna not be playing that anymore, probably.
True. Oh man, yeah, I was listening to the last episode, and we were talking about how German got us started in Zone Zero,
yeah.
and he's like, yeah, I start playing, and he eventually goes to me like, yeah, I think you and I are the same, because by the time we got people to join us or whatever, we stopped playing. Only with German, it's I don't think it's a situation where like it's he plays for a while and then we join him and he leaves. It's he plays for a short time, tells us to get it, we get it, and then he leaves.
I've been gone usually by the time I tell you guys to get it. I'm like, I've been playing this game, and then like you guys put download it, it's already gone in my memory box. Like it's gone.
Yeah.
Even though I surpassed you on like the second day of playing it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I wasn't actually playing it, but I was playing Snake.
Oh man, but yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for pointing me in that direction, Noise. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
That advice. Yeah, it's good. Good advice. Speaking of, I think I showed you, Noise, but my PC will soon be happier.
Yeah.
I'll be upgrading my CPU
for a almost current gen processor.
Yeah. I mean, it'll
be a lot better.
The latest of the last gen, I guess. So it's pretty close to current. Yeah.
Is it really? Actually, I think it's current gen. Isn't the X3D stuff current gen?
No, because it's still Zen 3. Zen 4 is current gen. Yeah.
Oh, right. We need AM5 boards for current gen.
Which that'll be one of the next things I do. Is my motherboard.
But then you have to change your processor again.
No, because this AM5 is backwards compatible.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. God, I love AMD. Yeah, this is another reason why I'm abandoning.
Isn't it so great?
I forgot how great AMD is.
Oh man, it's
I mean, within the last 5 or so years, they've really been consumer friendly. I forgot about backwards compatibility.
Man, yeah, it's so great.
Yeah, because E-Rock was like, "Hey, do you think this is a good card?" Because he's like looking at Black Friday deals, and he showed me the 4060 Ti that
Super
you
Ti,
suggested, that you suggested to him, and I was like,
I didn't suggest a Super Ti. I suggested a 4060.
Oh well, well, there's no Super. It's just a Ti, right? There's no Super.
Oh yeah, I think there is a Super, but he was just like looking at the Ti. You're right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but the Ti was like 12 gigs of VRAM, and I was like, I'm like, yeah, it's a good card. Yeah, like but like because I told him I was like, because I've been doing research myself, and in raw performance, it gets smoked by all the AMD cards of that same price range.
Yeah.
And I told him, if you don't care about RTX, which I started not caring about either, because I mean,
he doesn't even know what that is. So,
well, I mean, yeah, he does know, but like to turn it on, you're how much do you really care? Like I did it because I wanted to see what like Minecraft look in RTX, and that was pretty dope. But it like just like manhandles my 2060. And it's it's just like, God, I don't really want to play this game like that. So and the AMD cards do have some ray tracing also, but I would rather the card just be like in raw performance great, and if it happens to have some extra features, I might turn those on. But other than that, I'm not 4K gaming, I'm not 2K gaming, I'm 1080p gaming. So I just want raw performance, future proof for a bit, because it's a 16 gig card, the one I'm looking at, the 7900 GRE. So yeah, I mean, I showed him that one. I was like, this is the one I'm looking at. But I told him also, I was like, if you want that card, you're never going to see that price again right now, because it's like it's under $500.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're not.
Of course, he waited, and he complained to me today. He's like, oh, the price went back up.
I told him.
What did you think was going to happen? Like,
yeah, not only that, but like I told him, I was like, it's going to be sold out. And he's like, oh, don't say that. And instead, the price went back up. So it's just like, and not everybody has their money right away. So he was waiting because he didn't have the paycheck yet.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So, no, I've been in those situations before. Yeah, certainly. Yeah. It sucks.
That's kind of what happened to me when we came back from vacation. I was like, oh shit, I have a financial emergency. I can't grab grab a card, which I was gonna do when we came back. I was gonna throw the money that I had, and then I did not know, but Newegg lets you trade in your old card, and so I can get $100 for this 2060. So hopefully by the time I buy it, they still accept like $100 for that 2060.
Yeah. Well, I told Urok about that too, and I was like, yeah. I said they might even take both of your old cards. He's like, oh, I want to keep one just in case. Just in case what? You want to backpedal, downgrade? What?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, German, what do you think about that conversation?
I have no idea, dude. No idea.
Yeah, just a bunch of just imagine car dudes talking about cars.
Oh yeah, same thing. I don't do cars either, so.
I know, me too. That's how I can compare it to that, because I don't know what the fuck anyone's talking about when they talk about cars. I'm like, what?
Okay, look, it's got.
I know what the alternator is. I know what the battery is, and I know I cannot do anything with the transmission.
It's got 4 wheels, an engine, and a steering wheel. Yeah, it's a car.
Oh, and maybe the timing belt. I know if I can adjust the timing belt if it's a little bit loose or it's starting to crack. I understand that, but other than that, put antifreeze in it. Put water in your
well, again, like,
your windshield wipers, and put gas and oil in it.
I understand basic things. Yeah, oil,
That's
engines, you know, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
I understand basic components of
maintenance, like don't let your car die.
Yeah. I understand that kind of shit. But when you're like, the TIC is not as good as the MMW, I'm like, I don't fucking know, dude. Like, whatever.
Yeah, I really wish, and it's just the naming conventions. I wish the naming conventions weren't like that.
Yeah,
because it's such a mouthful. Like, just call it, you know, the fucking AMD Ryzen 2024.
Why don't you just call it AMD 1, AMD 2, AMD 3? Fucking make it that.
And they kind of try to do that too, because it's like Ryzen 3, Ryzen 5, Ryzen 7.
Yeah.
But which generation? Right? And then there's like all these sub tiers.
Well, the generation is the prefix. So like the 1700X is the first generation. Then you had 27, 37, so on and so forth.
Yeah, it's the 1000 number that tells you what generation it's from. But even that was confusing with AMD at the beginning, because the first two, the 1000 and the 2000 were both Zen 1, and then the 3000 and the 4000 were Zen 2, and it was just like, dude, why? Yeah, no, it's a goddamn how Doctor Who put it, it's a ball of wibbly wobbly
goobly gobbly or something.
Yeah, bullshit. But yeah, so as I alluded to at the beginning, Chris was taking naps in his stream. If anyone was out there watching live.
No, I was like on this stream the whole time, but I was definitely lurking at times here and there. Then I saw the clips. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I was like,
dude, the best one was that it was the second clip.
Yeah,
he ran into a fucking gas mine. And then he fell asleep, and then he dozed off right after that. And I was like, shit, the gas bomb fucking knocked him out IRL. That was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, X was talking about the 4D experience.
The gas comes right to the controller.
Noise, were you fucking playing along, or did you really fall for that thing I told Chris too?
At first I fell for it, and then I was like, I feel like I would have discovered that on accident, because sometimes I do go prone in front of it, and I look like the floor, and I've still been hit by it. So I was just like, no. And then and then it confirmed it when Chris got fucking nailed by one of those, and I was like, okay, I'm not going crazy. German was just fucking with us. Okay.
I was like, do you know? It was. I felt like this video. Did you know if you camouflage the floor, the mine won't? And you're like, Chris, like, oh, that's cool. He's like, let me try that.
I think me saying it.
Like, saying really sold me on it. Was him like, are you fucking serious? I didn't know that. And I was like, I'll try it out. I might as well, you know. And then I hate you, German.
Yeah, so by accident. So what we're talking about is that he told him that German told Chris that if he does the octocam on the floor that's similar to the floor that the whatever Claymore or the gas mine is on, if he does that, the mine won't see him and he won't trigger it. But for a second he got me, and I was like, what the hell?
Which again, I kind of wish I was able to like talk maybe, and I've been like, yeah, man, because you're the same as the floor. The mine doesn't know you know,
right?
You're like, oh yeah, it's like, no, there's a fucking mine, dude. Doesn't care.
I feel like that was his thought process, anyways. I think he was just like, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then the one time where I just dove headfirst in the mine too. I I was trying to kneel down, get on the floor, go prone.
Yeah.
But I was too close and went head first, and then
Yeah. Yeah, you're just like one human head distance too close to it.
Yeah.
It didn't do the. We're jumping way towards the end here, but remember I told you to crawl in the hole. Like I swear, if you push the triangle button, like you'll play dead. Like if you differently. Like, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just misremembering.
By the wall, by the hole in the wall.
Yeah, like the holes, like where like he can crawl in. I swear to God.
I thought if he did that, he would hang off the ledge. Like he would pull himself and hang off the ledge.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. Yeah.
I remember playing dead, but it must be misremembering. But I remember doing it for fun, or it must be like a different area or something. I don't know. But
yeah,
we jumped
different
timeline there.
timeline.
All right, good job, everybody. Let's go.
I didn't see the whole stream. I missed like the middle part. Did you do the worm at all, Chris?
The worm?
The butt inch, the squirm. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I call it the worm because it's like so when you're prone, right? If you press normally, you like crawl around. But if you slightly push the joystick, you do like the worm, but like very very slightly. Like you inch your way.
Yeah,
in the direction
camo index. Yeah, so instead of like,
but you move insanely slow.
Yeah,
so the walking equivalent of running when you're standing.
Yeah,
but just prone. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yes,
they showed it in one of the trailers. They showed the inching. They show the rolling on the ground, which you discovered later on. You're like, I'm going to traverse the whole game like this. I was like, I was like, Chris, do this. Like you literally
had a hard time explaining it to him.
And then when you roll and your camo index stays like at 70, you're like, yep, bye. You just fucking roll around, you know?
Yeah.
But if you do the inch, you'll keep like the 5% or whatever you lose. So you'll keep a good amount by inching.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of mechanics in this game. A lot. So
I've noticed, yeah.
Yeah, I love the fact that Chris is just like at the beginning, you know, where it's just like he has to just go under the truck. He's like pressing buttons. He's like, okay, I figured out the controls. And then later he's like, how do I shoot? How do I shoot?
Dude, he kept trying to push square for CQC. Yeah. I thought it was like ED. He's like, what the fuck? What the fuck's going on? Why can't I grab him? And I'm like, it's a different button, Chris.
Yeah, I had to tell him, I was like, R1 is now your new square.
which we completely skipped that last time about talking about the new mechanics of portable ops, how they switched out your layout and all that shit. You know, we can talk about it later on if there's time, but I still had muscle memory and I was pushing fucking circle to bring up my items, and I was like, no, it's not circle anymore. It's
just for yeah.
I kept back to the old ways circle now. And I was like, no. I was like, god damn it. So I always still have muscle memory from portable ops, but yeah.
Thankfully, I guess I had a big enough break that I instantly fell right back into it. But yeah, no, that's always a problem with Metal Gear games. I mean, same thing with well, I guess not so much with Monster Hunter, but some games you go back and you're just like, this feels wrong. Like this is so weird.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
But I wanted to tell you what was funny is like, Chris, I wanted to say this, but I didn't want to say it. I wanted you to figure it out or experience it on your own, and you did. I was gonna say, don't forget to change the channel. So I thought it was funny. You're watching the cooking show, and you're like, okay, you're just sitting there, and you're like, all right, whatever. And then like you must have hit the joystick or something. Like, oh no, what'd I do? And you're like,
yeah.
You're like, what? You're like, what the fuck? Like,
he's like, oh yeah, they're interactive.
Awesome. Because that was my first interaction. I believe everybody's was very similar. You're like watching this thing, like, what the fuck is this? So then you might not hit X, you might not hit any face buttons because you don't want to skip the cutscene, right? So what do people do when you're idling? You fucking jerk around the joysticks, you know, and then you're like, oh shit, I did something, you know?
Yeah. I actually never moved them at the first time.
Your first playthrough, no?
No, never moved them. I don't know how I realized that there was multiple channels. Oh, I think maybe my next playthrough, I was like, oh, this is different. Like I got a different commercial. And I was like, what the hell? And I guess that's probably what kind of cued me into like, oh, start pressing buttons. And it's not the joystick, isn't it? The R1 and L1?
I don't remember.
I think they all do different things.
Well, for sure,
because it was joystick. It was joystick. I think I did. I might have done the R1, R2 at some point, or R1, L1.
Yeah, I thought it was the shoulder buttons for some reason.
But, I don't remember. I'm not gonna lie. I obviously I played it earlier, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, me either.
but what I was telling Noise, Chris, is that Noise, what are you playing on?
PS3.
PS3. Oh, with the PS3 controller.
Yeah.
See, so you guys have
we have the
touch sensitive D-pad and So when during cutscenes on this game, Chris, during cutscenes, you use the D-pad to like zoom in and out of like
up on the D-pad.
the scene. Yep, and then you can once you're like holding it down or slightly holding it down, you use the joystick to move around and zoom in on stuff. And I can't.
Okay.
Well, I can do that, but mine I push the D-pad and it goes all the way full zoom. So it's like so I just can't fuck around like I used to. And I don't know if you noticed, Chris. I told you I said shake your joystick, your controller. It took off your camouflage. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, I was wondering
what
was that. I was like, nothing's
happening.
happening.
So you shake your joystick and it'll take off the camo that you're currently equipped.
Okay.
It comes in handy if you're trying to get a camo faster. You know, like if you're switching from one to the other, you shake.
Or if you don't want to be dressed in flowers during a cutscene.
Yeah, exactly. It's interactive during a cutscene as well. Yeah, if you're in a cutscene, you shake it and it'll go back to black camo. So it's
okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to Codec Calls, a Metal Gear Saga podcast where we play through all the Metal Gear games from 1987 all the way to the present in chronological release date order. First try.
He did it. Yay.
I listened back to the other one, and I did say it out of order, so that's why I thought I said it.
Okay.
Because I did, but everything was fucked up, and I was like, no, I did fucking say it, and you guys were like, no, you didn't. I'm like, what the fuck? But I did. I said it backwards, and that's what fucked me up. But yeah. How was your guys' week besides the game?
Mine was overall fine. Work was chill-ish, no big deal. A little overtime, a little fucking bullshit here and there, but whatever. And then Metal Gear. Yeah, it was actually.
You're lying again.
Refreshing.
You moved on to a new game and you abandoned your friends.
No. No, I was actually, again, maybe it didn't sound like it last episode, but I was excited for 4. I haven't played this thing in a long time. Oh, actually, I was so excited that to play on my original hardware, I still have my save data on there. So I texted these guys like literally within like an hour, maybe 30 minutes of playing the game of hooking everything up. I was like, I just beat the game because I have my old save data.
Yeah.
So the truth is, I haven't spoiled anything for myself because the ending cutscene, the ending, the whole last hour, 2 hours of that game, I have seen it on YouTube multiple times because I like watching it over and over again. Just like the ending to 3, where it's like, Snake, she didn't betray the United States speech. I watch that shit like maybe every other month. Yeah. So none of that was spoiled for me because I remember it by heart. But I did beat the final boss and did all that shit. I was like, fuck, I love this game, and I'm excited again. And part of me is also like, I want to get to the good shit. So I wish I'm gonna start doing multiple save files like I've done on other games, so I could pick any point of the game and just launch straight to it.
That's what I'm doing. I'm saving where the checkpoints are, so that I kind of know, like, I'm figuring out where to cut each episode. So I think I already got it in my brain. The final act, though, I think that one might be 3 parts. If I remember correctly, it might be 3 parts just because of all the crazy shit that happens in that last act.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
There's just so much because, like we said, it's Return of the King levels of ending.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait till you see it. You'll be like, holy shit. And then Frodo woke up out of his coma, and then fucking the rest of the gay ass hobbits jumped on him in bed, and Gandalf just stared there and watched them.
Definitely make sure you give yourself enough time.
Have you heard the theory that what's his name? Frodo does not know Legolas's name?
Oh shit, he never calls him by his name, huh?
Yeah. So if you watch that last scene, you'll see him say Gimli and Aragorn and all that. And when Legolas comes in, he just kind of smiles. He doesn't say anything.
I believe it.
Yeah.
So funny. Man,
I was watching that on I think a YouTube short. I was like, holy crap. Like, they're right. Like, he never actually hears his name. Like, that's crazy.
That's funny. And he never it's too late to ask then, right? He's like, by the way, man, we just went to guys. What's your name?
I know you helped me save the world and everything, but I don't know what your name is.
He must have heard it in Rivendell when they were all gathered around. Someone had to have said Legolas in that meeting.
You know what? Not only that, but that's such a long journey that he could have asked Sam at any fucking point. Like, yo, what's the name of the fucking elf?
I think he had other things on his mind, though.
Yeah.
The ring.
And Sam.
That's true. He probably didn't give a fuck either.
It was consuming his brain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. His mind couldn't wander to be like, what is that elf's name? Nope. It was just like, my own. My precious. But man, I've been actually looking for an excuse to watch them all again, but like the extended versions. I can't watch the original versions anymore. Like after seeing the extended versions, it's just like shit. There's just so much good shit that they cut out and they couldn't put in the
Yeah.
theatrical release. So I
Really?
think
I
I
don't think
might.
I've seen the extended version.
What, dude? They're fucking long. It's
Oh,
like
I'm sure that's why I probably haven't seen them.
yeah, they had like
long enough.
I think each one adds like another 30 minutes. Like the first and the second one has another 30 minutes, and then the last one adds like almost an hour. I
Yeah.
think.
Because it's like just about 4 hours long, I think, or just over. Yeah.
Jeez, really? Yeah. No, then I definitely have.
Yeah, and back in the
Just called
day,
extended version or director version, or what's it called?
extended edition. Yeah,
Okay.
I think they're on
Yeah.
Max, HBO Max, so you should have it German
Shoo.
because of work. But yeah, not me personally, but my girlfriend at the time back in the day had the 3-box set with the extended editions and like the 12 hours of fucking behind the scenes footage. I used to watch that shit all
Jeez.
the time, dude. That 12-hour, it's so insane the shit that they did because it was just like he prepared for 3 years before he even shot anything. Peter Jackson. Yeah, so that's why those movies are fucking epic and they still hold up, and the Hobbit movies suck ass.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, he was like dropped into the Hobbit movies like at the last minute because Guillermo del Toro was going to do them, but there was like a whole New Line Cinema bullshit. Who's got the rights? Blah blah this and that, and they were like, "Well, fuck it, just have Peter Jackson do them." He did the other ones, and Peter Jackson like was just like, "I guess," and fucking, he did not put his heart into that. Like he fucking hated it. Even fucking Ian McKellen, the guy who played Gandalf. There's that meme where he's just got his face in his hands in a green screen, and he's just like, "This isn't acting," because it was Peter Jackson had to do what he could with what he had. He's just like, I guess we just have to fucking green screen everything.
Yeah. Well, that's the other reason too. Is like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like sometimes extending something long to make it worthwhile is a good thing, but that making The Hobbit a
3 movies was
a one book that wasn't even that big of a book. 3 fucking movies was like,
yeah,
a little too much.
Yeah, the Hobbit book was like a third of one of the books.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't want to say short story because it's not a short story, but it's
a novella. It was a novella.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other ones were
3
books.
movies. I was like, Jesus Christ! I was like, 3 fucking movies. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Chris, what about you?
My week was pretty busy actually. There was one of our neighbors has been, well, not anymore, but for like 2 or 3 weeks had gone without his meds. He has or used to have a worker similar to what I do for my wife, a caretaker. And I don't know what the exact circumstances was, but I guess they stopped working for him. I don't know if they just quit, if they were done, or if they retired, or I don't know. Again, I don't know the particulars. But I was talking to him one day, and he's like, "Oh, do you mind helping me to, take me to get my meds real quick?" I was like, "Yeah, not a problem. Just let me know." He had our phone numbers. We had helped him in the past, and so we were familiar with each other and everything. And over the course of like 2 weeks, every day I'd go check on him. And, are you able to go today? Oh no, not today. I'm not feeling up to it. I can't. Not able to get out or whatever it was. And okay, check again the next day. And finally, on Wednesday this last week, I was able to take him to go get his meds and take him shopping and everything. And found out like a week prior to that he had been off of some of his meds for about a week.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's not good. Like, do you want me to go pick him up for you? He was like, well, I don't know how it works and all that kind of stuff. And I get it. He's got his pride. He wants to stay independent. And I respect that,
Yeah.
But at the same time, like if you're off your meds, I want to help you get you your meds so you can stay independent and everything. And so my wife and I were writing him letters and offering help and saying, just let us know what we can do. Like you're not a burden. You're not costing us anything. He's literally right next door. So I'm not making a whole long distance to try to get to him,
Right.
But yeah, I was finally able to get him to do that. And so basically I was telling, I had a standing appointment every day at 4:00. And so that was the rough part. It was like right in the middle of the day where it's like, I don't know if I'm going to be taking him or not, but I want to keep that open just in case he's able to go,
Mhm.
And so finally we were able to get that done. And yeah, but otherwise it's been a busy week. They've been doing construction, our back patio. They tore it all down, all 3 stories of our apartments.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, I guess it wasn't something about earthquake preparedness or readiness or something.
Oh.
Like 2 years ago, they did like a survey or something, and they were testing it or something, and they found faults somewhere in something. I don't know all the details again, but they had to do a bunch of construction. They've been working over like all the whole complex, and just this last month they gave us notice like, oh, next week, we're gonna starting construction on your back patio. Clear off everything off of there, and it may take 30 to 45 days or more depending on weather and everything. It's like, cool, okay. So all week they've been working out there, using power tools and all sorts of stuff. It sounds like they've got a freaking jackhammer against our side wall. And like during the day, I can't do anything. I can't stream. I can't work on clips because I can't hear anything. I can't even play games with my friends because they're gonna hear nothing but that, and I'm not gonna hear them. It's just been so crazy. And
Right.
but yeah, so it's been an odd week for sure, but not too bad. So
Okay.
yeah,
That's crazy that I mean, there's not a lot of quakes in that area, right?
I mean we're in California. There's quakes everywhere, but yeah,
Yeah, but it's not like the fucking Bay.
no, yeah, it's not. Yeah, we're not right on the San Andreas fault line, no. But
Yeah.
I guess I don't know.
I guess yeah.
Yeah,
They just have to be careful, I guess.
yeah,
Dude, when you said that, like, I don't know, like I got this memory. It's not exactly related, but the fact that you said like the patio, and I just pictured this patio with the railings, right, and everything.
mm-hmm,
I remembered this one time my friends and I, we rented out a room at the Horizon, I think. Yeah, it was at the Horizon,
mm-hmm.
and of course we were fucking partying loud and shit. And of course there was a complaint, and there was so many people that we were like, "Fuck, where are we gonna hide all these people?" Because they're like, they knocked on the door, and we're like, "Oh fuck!" And have you ever been in that building, like the Horizon?
Yeah, yeah,
Do you remember those patios?
yes,
Remember how they're
Yeah,
not like,
the room.
yeah, but do you remember how they're not like for people to go out there and stand in them?
mm-hmm,
Like they're
No,
just
actually,
like
there was other patio.
they're only like a foot wide.
yeah. It's mostly for show, not for
Yeah.
hey, it's like, oh, let's have a romantic dinner and then we'll stand out here and look at the view kind of thing. Yep.
We all went through that sliding glass door. There was like about, I'd have to say 18 of us, I think,
Wow.
on that
Packed in
patio.
like sardines, I'm guessing.
Yes, pushing up against this railing. And
Ooh.
yeah, and we had one dude that was a pretty big dude.
Oh,
And
man.
like it didn't dawn on us until like we were all finally out there, and we were like, "Oh my god. This is how people die."
Yep.
Like
Yep.
and like finally like the guy who was actually renting the room, because he's only supposed to have like 3 people in there or something like that,
Yeah.
finally came to the sliding glass door, and it's like, "Okay, it's cool." And we were all like, "Dude, we're so fucking stupid. We all could have just fucking died. Like this patio could have given way, or the railing could have given way."
Mhm.
And we're like, "All right, let's fucking chill. We're not gonna do that again, and we're not gonna get kicked out." But dude, I don't know why like that memory rushed into my brain when you were talking about this patio. It's not safe for earthquakes, and I was like, like that nervous feeling you get when you watch someone else get near
Mhm.
an edge. I got that
Mhm.
feeling, and it brought that memory back, and I was like, ah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't
Yeah,
suggest doing that, you guys.
there was another apartment building, not the one next to us, but the one next to them, at the other end of our row, basically. Where the people living in certain units, I don't know what happened, if they sent them to hotels, if they had to send them to different apartments or what, but like the whole front area, like the stairs and everything to get into the apartments, they had to take that out and redo all that.
Mm.
So I don't know what happened to those people. If they I don't know if they had to wait until their leases were up and then terminate them, or like I said, if they put them in hotels during that time, or what happened. But I know like a whole apartment complex basically just lost all their tenants
Fuck.
because they had to update the stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. It was insane.
Word. Well,
And of course we had to pay for that because we have less units being rented now, so we're gonna raise your prices.
yeah, why not?
Yeah,
California.
hooray!
But yeah, my week wasn't very eventful either. Just played MGS4 up to I'm starting the third act, because like I said, I was plotting out how we're gonna divide the episodes. And then just played Baldur's Gate 3 also. Fucking loving that game.
Yeah, I saw your invite. I can't remember what I was doing that day. I I think. Oh, that was the day I took my neighbor to go shopping and stuff. That's what it was.
Oh.
And you're like, you can be Gimli.
Yeah, it's like, Chris, you could be
Play
Gimli.
Baldur's Gate with you, yeah.
Because like I'm still like learning the mechanics, so I have like multiple saves, just like playing around and like, okay, do I really want my character to be this? Do I want that character to be? Because there's like subclasses and shit, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh god, is this how I want them to play? And my latest save, I made Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones, and I was like, oh, he kind of does fucking look like him. And then I was like, oh my god, if we had like, because I got a mod that lets you have like up to 16 characters in your party.
Oh wow.
And then there's also a mod that lets you have up to 8 players in your lobby. Oh no,
Jeez.
is it 8 players? Yeah. But I was like, dude, we could fucking like, if we can get 9 of us together, we could do the Fellowship of the Ring. We could have. That's all I was like, Chris, you could be Gimli.
Yeah. I was laughing when you and Iraq were talking about that, and Iraq was saying something about it being D&D like or something like that. And
yeah, I was like,
I so wanted to chime in. I was like, this game is based off of D&D, right? Like it uses D&D mechanics.
It took everything in me to not scold him for that.
I know. I was like, what are you talking about, Iraq? It is D&D.
I don't even know what I said.
It changes some of their rules from 5e. But it uses a dice mechanic. It uses all that kind of stuff. It's pretty much D&D. Like, it's exactly what it is.
Yeah, what does he say? He says, I was playing it like D&D, and I was just like, how do you mean? Like, that was I was like, I'm not gonna scold him for this. Like, yeah, it is D&D.
Yeah.
Anyways, MGS4.
Yes.
We're here, everybody. Holy shit. Almost a year in the making. About 11 months in the making, I guess. Yeah, by now.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty much December, yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. Took us about a year to get here. Yeah. 2 other Metal Gear games. That's where the year went. Except one that we couldn't play. German, get on that. Oh, yeah. And get closer to your microphone. You're making it hard for me to edit. God damn it.
Turn up the sensitivity, dude.
No, just
no.
Oh my god, no! Don't do that.
Jeez. Don't swallow it.
He's like, what about this? Yeah, MGS4. Chris, can you kind of tell us what's going on? What's the setting?
It is 7 years past the Big Shell incident. I know that because of the trailer. I don't think they mentioned it in game. Not that I remember.
Actually, I think it's 7 years after Shadow Moses.
Oh, is it?
Or wait, 7 years after? Because the year's supposed to be 2014, and Shadow Moses was 2005. Huh?
No, I'm trying to figure it out too.
Oh, I thought German was like, spoilers.
Yeah.
No.
I was like thinking in my head, I was like, what'd I say? But yeah, it's supposed to be 2014 as far as I understand. So yeah, they do say it's like, it's been this many years since Shadow Moses, but I don't remember exactly what it is. So if it is 2014, then it should be 9 after Shadow Moses.
Yeah.
It's according to the online, it's fucking 9 after Shadow Moses. Yeah,
it is. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
7 after the tanker.
Yeah.
5 after the Big Shell. Okay.
Yep. We got to remember there was 2 years after Tanker and Big Shell, Chris. There was 2 years.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. I forgot about the 2 years. Literally, I'm like, oh yeah, he says it, dude.
Yeah.
That's 2 years ago.
But Snake has some issue that is causing him to age rapidly.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like from the way Otacon was talking about it and the way Snake was kind of reacting, it seems like they have a suspicion or they know what it is. And I don't remember if they outright say what it was, but it seems like it's Fox Die.
They think it might be related to that. Like he's been to like multiple doctors and shit, because Otacon's like, let's go see another doctor, and but yeah, there's no like real answer to it.
Because they brought up Naomi too. And because Otacon's like, well, we don't know where she is, and like even if we could get to her or whatever, we don't know where she is to even ask her, So it seems like they at least suspect it has to do with the Fox Die, or they know but aren't saying it directly, kind of thing.
Right.
It seems to me almost like when someone gets diagnosed with cancer, like I just don't want to talk about it. I just want to live the rest of my days in peace. I don't want to go get treated. I want to do this. I just want to live in peace. harmony and live the rest of my life doing what I want, instead of being, on chemo and have a chance that it goes away or it probably comes back or whatever. That just, I don't want to talk about kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of what the vibe I'm getting from Snake. So,
he's always been just the like, I got a job to do.
yeah.
Don't sidetrack me with all this other shit. Like, I still have a job to finish.
Whereas Otacon is very much the child or the younger sibling, where it's like, no, well, let's try this, or let's try this new thing or
he's family
experimental
now,
treatment. Yeah,
right? Like, every family member is always just like, well, don't give up. Like,
yeah,
we'll figure this out. And of course, the victim of the disease is always like, let's just fucking what did Naomi say? Let's just live, dude. Just live.
just live. Yeah.
Thanks, Naomi.
Yeah. when he asked her, how long, when am I going to die? Oh, just live. It's fine.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's very intriguing so far. I like it. And I definitely agree with what you say about the tutorials and cutscenes and everything. They fit. None of them seem out of place or like, oh, we're just going to tease you with this and then not let you do it, or we're just going to take control for you or whatever kind of thing. So it's there were a lot of cutscenes, but it didn't feel like there were a lot of cutscenes.
You didn't like outright hate them right away.
Yeah. So
okay.
But yeah, it was good. It was a perfect balance of like, cutscenes and things happening. The only one I think that really took me out of the game was at the beginning there, where I was supposed to go under the truck, and even then I kind of understand it because it's like I'm sure it was a time thing, and then it just kind of went under the truck for me.
Yeah, it just pulls you.
But that was it. Like, and it wasn't even that bad. It was like, it's not like it was like across the map, and then all of a sudden I'm under the truck. It's like, wait, what? I was at the truck trying to learn how, because it's telling me get under the truck,
Right.
and I just couldn't figure out how to go prone or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, otherwise it was perfectly balanced. I didn't feel like it was there's too many cutscenes or there's too much going on or it's giving me too much information right now kind of thing. It was
or boring information. Like,
yeah,
did you feel
exactly.
bored necessarily?
No, not at all.
Really, right? Yeah.
No,
good.
I mean,
quite the
you did fall
opposite
asleep,
actually. Well, because I was tired. Yeah. Yeah, I've not been sleeping well the last couple weeks again. My cat has decided. One of them has decided that nighttime is the time that she wants me to be up. So yeah. So I'm gonna have to retrain her to not do that. The worst part is she's learned that if she can't get my attention, she'll go stand on my wife, like when she's sleeping, and she'll try to wake her up. And so she knows, like, oh, well, if I do that, then he gets up because I don't want my wife waking up in the middle of the night and not being able to go back to sleep. So it's like, well, crap. I can go back to sleep eventually. But it's just she does it so often. It's just like, stop, please let me sleep. But I think what it is I'm not playing with her enough during the day to tire her out so she sleeps at night. So I need to start doing that again. Like right before we go to bed, I'll get her some playtime for, even if it's just 30 minutes or whatever, it usually helps. So I gotta start doing that again. And that's my fault. That's on me as the owner. So
it's like a fucking toddler, bro. You got to tire it out during the day.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Yep.
God damn it.
But yeah, I need to get on the ball doing that again. And yeah, once I do, I'll sleep better at night and it'll make it immensely better. But yeah, I was falling asleep, not because I was bored, because I was deadly tired. Not deadly tired, but very tired. And yeah, I had thought about postponing stream again, but I was like, the same thing's gonna happen tomorrow. Plus it worked out well with Thursday being a holiday, so I had no construction going on, obviously.
Yeah.
And
you're so close to the end too. I was like, I mean, you could stop.
Yeah.
but I also was like, because I was thinking in my head, I was like, is this fight here at the end gonna be one of those where he gets stuck and it takes him the entire stream, so it might be worth it to postpone it? Or that's why I was like, German, do you think he'll be able to make it? And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, fucking German believes in you, which
yep.
You notice I said German believes in you.
Yeah,
not me.
That, yeah.
But yeah, at the end I was like, holy shit, he fucking made it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Snake is aging and we're in the Middle East.
Yes.
Because the game doesn't start. The game doesn't start, or the game starts with you in a truck, kind of like D-Day, but you're like in a truck going into some battle in the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to kind of like walk around, get the controls going, and this is insanely different than any other Metal Gear where there's soldiers everywhere, and they're not all like looking for you or being aware of you. They're all dealing with their own shit, right? There's two factions shooting each other. There's the local rebellion versus like the PMCs. And is it also here that he gets introduced to the geckos, which are little Metal Gears with Rex heads and sexy black legs with tentacle penises.
Yeah, they use to grab your legs.
Yeah.
I'll never get over their why they piss, or it's not piss, obviously. Whatever fucking fluid they're ejecting.
They shit green.
Yeah, I'll never get over that. And the fucking the movie, it's just what the fuck. Like that to this day is a decision where I'm like, what were you thinking about making these things comical? They already look kind of comical, but they are threatening. By all means, they are threatening.
Yeah.
But they look comical, and then you make them moo. And you're like, really, bro? Right.
Yeah, that's true. I'd like to. I don't know if anyone's ever done it, but I'd like to pick Kojima's head about that. And like, what was your inspiration?
Just gotta be a document.
Yeah, what was your inspiration, and what was your like idea behind that? Like, why that creative choice? That
you know what?
one?
It's gotta be because the answer's gotta be because he was just trying to fuck with people. Like
it could be. Yeah.
He's like, oh my god, imagine like seeing Rex, and then Rex goes meow. You're like, what the fuck? You're like, why not, dude?
But I mean, that's what I was about to say too. Is why does Rex growl? Why does it go?
Yeah.
Why does it do that? Why does Ray do the same thing? The Legiana scream, like
yeah.
Why do any of these fucking robots make any sound at all?
Very true. Very true. Well, that makes me laugh because like if these are machines and robots and computers, right? Like, can PMCs customize them and make them make different sounds instead?
Right? What can one just be like Neon Cat?
Yeah.
Whatever that little song is.
Well, because imagine freaking the classic scene that everyone has in any Vietnam movie when there's a chopper and you get that song, right? So now imagine like freaking
Fuckers.
Yeah. or another one I can't think of the name right now. But
by CCR.
Yeah, I think so.
And
or fucking or what's the other group? B52s or whatever, just anything, and then so now in this era,
or Take On Me.
Not Take On Me, no. Imagine them playing like just some random ass shit, like Cat or fucking Hakusuno Miku or whatever, that was a meme that I saw a while back that said like freaking the music that my father or my grandfather's generation played during war or whatever, and it's like 2030 or something like that. It's like the music these kids will be playing in their chopper, and it was like just some anime music and shit like that, It's like, could you imagine just rolling into battle playing anime music and shit?
Yeah, it's funny you say that.
Certain anime music, I could see that.
Yeah.
Hold on.
But it's funny you say that because like the movie Jarhead, which I think I mentioned before, but you guys had never seen, there's a scene where
Hello?
They're going. Oh, did we lose German?
There we go.
Hello?
Hey, wow, that was weird.
Oh, okay. But I was mentioning. You still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. But I was mentioning Jarhead. I think you guys said you'd never seen with Jake Gyllenhaal.
I've seen it, but I don't remember much about it.
Okay, well, it's about the Gulf War. Yeah, the Gulf War, and there's a scene where Jake Gyllenhaal and his team of snipers are going out or walking through the desert, and then some choppers go over. And they're playing like CCR or some shit like that. And they're like, dude, at least get your own fucking music, like that was for Vietnam. Like, put some fucking, I don't know, what would have been in the 90s? Put some fucking
Nirvana, dude.
Yeah, Nirvana or Informer by Snow,
Yeah.
Informer. Whatever that guy fucking says.
Or fucking yeah, exactly. Some NWA or some shit like that.
Yeah. Straight out of Compton.
Dude, that would be a straight badass song to bump.
That would be hell yeah. Throw some NWA on.
Or how about War?
Yeah. Good God. Yeah. You all
bastards. I've been saving that War reference forever. I just wanted to like one day randomly, like just when we're bored or something, have nothing to say when it's dead air, just be like, whoa. God, and just have noise like, hell no, you ain't singing no War. Hell no.
Yeah. It all comes back to Rush Hour. God damn it.
Always.
Rush Hour. Good old Rush Hour podcast.
As soon as fucking Chris said it, I was like, I know what he wants me to do.
I've been saving that, Chris.
But yeah, you get introduced to a gecko that like chases you. Oh, and you're like in this like not a disguise, but you're in like the local
outfit,
attire.
Outfit.
Yeah.
And then when you encounter that gecko who trips and falls on his own face, which is awesome. Like you shed that outfit and then you reveal this muscle suit. You're like in this black fucking new sneaking suit. And is it like here that it flashes back to the graveyard? I feel like it is.
I thought that was the very beginning, wasn't it?
No.
No.
It's after all this, I believe.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So it's all that, and then it flashes
you're
back.
right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's where it flashes back, and that's where Otacon and him talk about the aging thing, and which, by the way, who the fuck lands a goddamn helicopter in the middle of a fucking graveyard?
Okay,
right.
Actually, hold on. Yeah. So two things I want to say about
Snake
this
says
section.
it, right? He's like, what the fuck?
He goes, that have ears too. But two things I want to say about this. So prior to that, when we're looking at the geckos, the one that Snake evades, right? And he's on the roof or the rooftop, and then one's looking at him, right? Another one, that thing jumps down to then climb back up, right? I always kind of have a problem with that because after the whole they smash the box with.
So that watermelon part does happen before this flashback?
Yeah, I want to say so because I want to say is when he looks out and says,
"Oh yeah," because he gets chased up the stairs. The stairs break apart. Okay, yeah. Then he does go up there. Yeah, and then like you said, the gecko jumps down, which gives Snake enough time
to do his thing,
supposedly hide in this box.
Yeah. But so that's an argument I've always had is like because after that scene happens, they clearly jump like 50 feet in the air and like 100 feet out. You know?
Oh yeah,
they like Hulk jump.
Yeah, exactly. Hulk jump. Very well put. Then why did this one jump? They do a little side hop down, didn't climb back up. I've always liked to say like he didn't want to like destroy the roof with his own weight or something like that. But I'm like, it's kind of stupid for a machine to do that.
Yeah.
And then second of all, the chopper scene. I do like how every piece of media out there has a chopper sneaking up on people somehow. Those things are so fucking loud.
It's off camera, dude. It's off camera.
Yeah, it's the funniest thing because like there's he does the salute, right? And then out of nowhere it's landing. Like that fucking chopper would have been fucking heard a mile away, dude.
Yeah. But I guess I forgot that happens right there. But yeah, the geckos get fooled into thinking that this box that has a bunch of watermelons inside is Snake, and they step on it, which we saw that in the trailer first though. But yeah, they step on it and clearly that's not him. And then they get like called away or something, right? Like some other gecko moves in the distance.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh, we got to take a shit. Yeah. We're like, oh. It's like the brown note. They just shit themselves and then they move and then they jump away. And then it's revealed that Snake has this new camo called the Octo Camo, which I like it and I don't, but it's a great solution to the whole camo inventory from 3. You know, you didn't have to go into a menu, change your fucking camo. So I have like a love-hate with it because I do like all the weird different camos from 3, but this is like quick and effective and efficient. So yeah, it shows that he can just blend in, which I don't know how they didn't see him because they're clearly reading thermals.
But they're not. But you forget though. No, Otacon tells you the camo is far superior to It not only blends.
I don't see how it's better than optical camo.
No, it is because you can still see heat patterns with optic camo with the thermals.
Right, but this the Octo camo, his face is still exposed. They should have been able to see his face.
Very true. No, very true. His face is still exposed, but his overall body is even mask the surrounding temperatures.
Okay, so the heat. Okay.
Yes. So the surrounding temperatures are in the online mode, which I wish we can get to play that somehow.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. But the point is, when you're wearing a thermal and you're hunting down Snake in online mode, because even if you see his head, there's other bright spots out there. Like it's not as easy as you think. So that's why
is that a lamp or is that someone's head?
Yeah, you see a little bright spot, like whatever. But like Snake is 100% mixed into the surroundings because Otacon says that it 100% mimics the texture and the
temperature,
texture, color, and temperature. So this camo is definitely very, very good.
Okay, I don't know. I love the Predator camo.
I still don't understand why they thought the watermelons were him because
they don't Yeah, they don't produce any heat.
Yeah, they don't produce heat.
That's
They're
true. I didn't think about that. I mean, they've been sitting in the box. They could have got warm. I don't know, but you're right about that.
They're fermenting in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the title shot. You know, it's like MGS4. Take a great look at Snake's ass. It looks amazing in HD. And then it's the flashback. But yeah, then with that whole conversation about him aging, and Campbell is in the chopper, and Snake still calls him Colonel, even though he's not a colonel. He hasn't been a colonel since Metal Gear 2.
Metal Gear 2, yep.
Because even in MGS1, he tells him, "I'm not a colonel," and he still calls him Colonel.
True, yeah.
I mean, it's habits. It's I can see it. I can 100% see it. You know, like I still say things like "we" when I'm talking about a job that I don't work at anymore. You know, I'm like, "Oh, we always do this," and my wife will always be like, "You don't work there anymore." I'm like, well, in my mind, I'm still part of that crew. Okay, even though I haven't been there forever, I'm still part of that crew.
They took away years of my life. Yes, it's we.
Absolutely.
But yeah, this is like the first time we actually see Campbell in the flesh. I still haven't confirmed if we see him in the sub in MGS1, but yeah, he looks like his portrait, which is great.
Yeah.
And if you notice that he has a cane.
He still has a cane, yep.
He still has his cane. He's not an AI at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, they talk about how they found him, and it's like, who, you know, and it's like Liquid. So he has been looking for Liquid this entire time, these past 5 years since Big Shell.
Mm-hmm. After he jumped off of Arsenal, you know.
Liquid, yeah. Which this kind of brings back the whole. Remember when I said that I was on the camp that MGS2 was all in, right, and said it was a VR, and German was like, "I'm surprised you're saying that, right, German?"
Mm-hmm. Why?
Well, that was to throw off Chris.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because initially that was the original idea behind MGS2. That that it was supposed to be. That's why he was like, "I'm done with Metal Gear," because none of this actually it happened, but it didn't happen IRL. So that whole thing of Snake chasing Liquid is pointless because it's not real. But yeah, since the whole fan base was like, "We need answers," and could you imagine him saying, "Well, none of that was real, so why?"
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh my God.
It would have been the Jar Jar Binks of Star Wars, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
would have
Metal Gear.
out.
So Jar Jar Binks of Metal Gear, yeah. You know, like he was actually supposed to be the main villain.
You mean the Raiden of Star Wars?
Yeah, exactly. Those characters go hand in hand, dude. People fucking hate both of them.
Yeah.
Well, most people hate Raiden. Everyone hates Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Misa say nerd? Or no, did Yusa say nerd? That's what it would have been.
They need to do that now as a mod.
Jar Jar Raiden.
Oh my God, dude, that'd be hilarious. He's lanky. He is fucking lanky, man. He could make it work.
Yeah. But yes, I obviously did not believe that was all a VR, because once he decided to do MGS4, you know, it confirmed for everybody, like, yes, you know, he's going to tie up all loose ends and whatever. And I mean, I was part of that fan base that thought all of that shit was real, and this just made it real. It made it canon. So now all that shit happened in MGS2 was real. But it's still kind of like, where did the AI start and where did they end? Mm-hmm. That one's still kind of up for grabs. But yeah, so they found Liquid. They say he's in the Middle East, and that's why you're in the Middle East. Your job is to go assassinate him, right? That they actually tell you got to go kill him.
Yeah.
And
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then from there, we flash forward back to the Middle East, right, German?
Mm-hmm. Well, you get the one scene with the eggs, the realistic looking eggs.
Oh yeah,
and Chris mentioned that they look pretty darn good, right?
Yeah,
Chris?
yeah.
And someone's singing like a melody, like a way to like remember stuff, right? Like the way it's like, here's how you remember the states and their capitals or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that
he's like, yes, I totally remember that.
Yeah, okay, I get it. It's like German explaining to Iraq how to
charge plate.
The charge plate.
He's like, right, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I got it.
But yeah, we don't see who this person is. But yeah, that's like a full motion video, which we haven't seen a full motion video in video games in like a long ass time.
Yeah,
that definitely wasn't in game footage. But yeah, that's where no.
Oh no, yeah.
Did you think it was?
Wait, hold on. I get confused on my terms. It's
okay.
A full motion video.
Yeah, FMVs.
Well,
Remember, like in PlayStation 1, they would have like real life. Like, remember the first Resident Evil? It had like real life actors to do the cutscene at the beginning. Like it was
So you're
like
saying
someone filmed
these are
it.
real?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
someone filmed that. It's not in the game. Did I just blow your mind, German?
Oh, yeah. I thought that was just real life. Like, well, in the game.
Oh, okay. You thought it was being rendered in the game. No.
Yeah.
This is full motion video. Yeah.
That's what I thought at first too with that, and then I after it played for a little, I was like, oh, this is an actual video. Okay.
Yeah, this is a film video. Yeah.
It
And
seems
then
fake for video, though.
I mean,
It
it could
seems
have
too
been
fake to be a real video, and it seems too
real to be fake.
Too real to be.
Damn, that what the fuck did I just say? Yeah.
It's too fake to be real, but it's too real to be fake.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm sure it's doctored, maybe, because I think
Altered to fit the theme more, maybe.
Yeah, and I think those eggs were made to look that way for a certain reason, as we'll see in the future, German. But yeah, after this, we get the title card to the act, I think, right? It says Act 1, Liquid Sun.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? Okay.
And that's the theme I wanted to get. The title card there. Remember you've been doing the fucking.
It didn't sound like that. That clip you played for me.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, because there was other shit going on. Like I couldn't find this exact scene.
Okay,
so I went to an ending scene that has that, but there's also other stuff going on in the background. So
because when I was playing
different.
because when I was playing, I was like, "Is this what Trevor was talking about?" The
yeah, the chant, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
I was
the chant.
I was like,
Because you got your one. I'm like, I want mine.
This one
Yeah. It says wah. Yeah.
Okay, so I know what I'm looking for. Then I'll look for that one. But yeah, no. Then we're brought back to the Middle East, and I think what happens? I don't even remember. Do you get a cutscene?
Well, you get a Codec Call with Otacon.
Oh, right.
Just tells you, yeah. So you get to see the new Codec Call layout. What do you think about that, Chris?
I'm okay with it.
It's cool, right?
Yeah, I can see why. Like, if you're used to the other one, it'd be like, oh, this is a little jarring or whatever. But I like this. Yeah.
You know what? I do love the Codec Calls from Metal Gear Solid 1. Just that look looks so cool.
I miss those portraits, man.
Yeah. 2 is it's fine. No. Yeah,
No.
But yeah, definitely this one's cool. I like this one too. It's like a full video. This is probably what they see in their head, obviously, you know. Yeah, so yeah, you get this little Codec Call with him, and he's like, "Yeah, Liquid, meet up with our fucking point of contact or some bullshit." Blah blah.
I'm
blah.
surprised you didn't mention 3s. What about 3? How do you rank that Codec Call screen?
Ooh, 3 is very close to 1. I do
to
like
those, 1, right? Because there's still images.
Mm-hmm. You flicker,
you Snake in the background.
Yeah. You flicker through them, and you get that classic like sound effect. I do like 3s a lot.
What is it?
The microfiche. The microfiche sound.
Yes, you get that. It's really cool.
When you go from article to article.
Really cool.
And
you also get...
I learned the info thing that you were telling us about. Okay. That the more you talk to them, the more info shows up.
Oh, you unlock them? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, Chris. So you also have on options now. So you actually can hold triangle to fast forward through a Codec Call. Circle to like literally like
skip full sentences.
Skip full sentences or a square to stop it or whatever, you know. So you can definitely hold triangle, be and let go. Like we were talking about, like cutscenes, like fast forward or rewind sections. Except it's stuck to codec, but you know it's almost there.
But I also warned Chris. I was like, you cannot pause these, so don't press the start button or you'll skip it completely. Which is weird that they would do that. Why make it the same button that you can pause the cutscenes with on Codec Calls? It would just be a natural instinct to just like pause it and then you completely skip it. And it's just like, great, just missed out on information there.
Yeah, I definitely did that. But yeah, so you're sneaking around for a little bit. Keep going, Noise, because I'm trying to catch up myself.
Well, I can't. Okay, so it's just a Codec Call, and he just says, the usual: head north.
Yep,
we're heading north again. And then by the time you head north again, there's like another. I'm trying to remember all the damn cutscenes. Chris, do you remember?
I just remember like the points where it would like kind of fade and then do like a little cutscene. I don't remember what the cutscenes were necessarily about. I think a lot of them were just like mini tutorials or like here's some enemies or here's what's going on or you know little things like that. And then
you know what's interesting? Because this is Chris's first playthrough, I think he is getting a little different experience than us that are playing on a what do you call it, a plus game.
I'm not playing a plus game.
Oh, you're not?
No,
because I am, and I forgot that you pick up iTunes fucking music. I knew that iTunes are in here. I just forgot you picked up fucking music in the actual levels.
Music,
and I was like, oh shit, you picked them up? I'm like, because I think I have all of them. So
So
thought that was
there's also, Chris, did you actually like browse through the iPod?
I did, yeah.
Do you know there's a podcast in there?
I saw that,
He
yeah.
did.
Because I joked about it. I was like, "Oh, I wonder if it's our podcast." And of course, it wasn't. But yeah, I did. I listened to a little bit, and I don't remember exactly what they said, but something about an interview with someone or
Yeah, it's the MGS4 official integral podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a section in this here where I did watch a little with Chris here. There, you walk into this next load zone, and there's some statues in front of you, Chris. Did you remember those?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where you somehow went around and exited the same place you came in from.
Yes.
I
didn't see how you did that so many times.
Yes, I didn't see how you did that. All I know is when I went back to look at my phone, like you were cruising around, and then you went into. You're like, did I just fucking go in a circle? I was like, God damn it, Chris! Like I was gone for like 2 minutes, man. Like how the hell did you do that?
Yeah, and I was like, have you tried going around in a square?
Yeah. Yes. But in one of the trailers, and it's a shame it only happens here. No, I guess not. But you can actually climb up on that ledge and pretend to be a statue.
Yeah, you can pose as them, and then your camera will change to the same texture as the naked statues.
And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to do when you're avoiding guards. By the way, in this section here is when I was talking to Noise somehow. I don't know what we mentioned. I got my ass handed to me a lot. I got caught a lot. I got killed a lot. I'm playing on extreme, the boss extreme. So
same.
I'm getting my ass handed to me, and I was like, how the fuck did I ever get past this the first time? Obviously without trying to kill anyone or without, because I mean I could kill them easily, but I'm not trying to do that,
Right, yeah.
So I'll admit, dude, I got my ass handed to me here big time, like 100%. Like I was like, dude, I don't know what I did wrong.
Should we mention the gameplay loop here? Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know. Maybe not. Go for it.
The PMCs and the rebels.
Oh yeah, might as well.
Okay, so
because that's fine.
Yeah, this is something that we knew because of previews to the game and interviews with Kojima. He would explain how this Metal Gear is different than the rest.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole thing is that you can side with one of them. You could side with the PMCs or you could side with the rebels by helping them. So if you start killing the rebels, the PMCs will become your friendlies, and vice versa.
Okay,
and it will help in to your advantage or to your disadvantage depending on what you do.
Yeah,
I'm going to jump in here, and I didn't know about the PMC section. I only know about the rebels.
So that's what Kojima said. I've never successfully made the PMCs my friendlies.
Okay.
So, but that's what he said. He said you could side with one or the other, and it will be to your detriment or to your benefit. But every single time I play through, I always seem to make the rebels my friendlies. Like I said, I've never been able to make the PMCs friendlies.
Yeah, it focus you. But it must be only during the firefights, right? Not during like the sneaking portions, right? If you will.
Well, the sooner you do it, the quicker the sooner they become your friendlies. So if you start like darting or taking out PMCs right at the beginning, the rebels will pretty quickly start being your friendlies.
Yeah, I have noticed that. So if you instead of I'll fuck around with that a little bit. I didn't know you could befriend the PMCs according to Kojima or whatnot.
That's according to the interview, but that was I don't know if they like implemented that into the final game.
Sure. Like
I said, I've never successfully done it, but it's always in my head because of that interview.
But because Chris, for sure the PMCs can be friendly to you or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it is something you can actually do. Like I saw when you went into the underground section, skipping a little forward, like you were fighting them. The rebels, sorry. You can actually go down there and they won't attack you if you've showed them that you're a friendly.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
So I missed that part. So Chris went in there and he got attacked by everybody.
Yeah. I missed how, but I knew he was down there fighting people, and he's like, "Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to." I was like, "Oh, please!" I'm like, "That river's gonna be fucking long as hell, man."
He's cutting throats again.
The first time was genuinely by accident because I saw the prompt appear of like the triangle or whatever it was, and I didn't happen to see the skull next to it. So I was like, "Oh, I get to interrogate them." And he just like slats his throat.
Interrogate them to death.
I killed him.
Chris, I thought it was hella funny. You're like, whoops.
So I need confirmation here. When you're holding them like that, how can you throw them back on the ground? Do you have to like let go of R1 really quickly and kind of like MGS3 where you have to like press a direction and tap R1 again?
So to me, it seems easier than MGS3 because I think you were right where I just tap R1 and then throw them.
Right, but what if you already have them in a headlock? How do you throw them to the ground?
Like to do like the freeze on the ground.
Oh shoot!
I want to say
I
it's
don't
similar
remember
to
how I
just
do
like
that.
like fucking the way
No,
I
no,
don't know,
no.
hold it. Oh,
Not the freeze thing. What I mean is like if you accidentally grab them and have them in a headlock, and the only prompt you have is to kill them, how do you throw them on the ground from there?
I think I just let go of R1 and then tap it and throw and then.
Okay, that's what I was
Other
asking. I was
direction.
like, because I got stuck
Yeah.
there too, and I was like, well, I guess this guy's gonna die because I can't think of how to throw him on the ground. Okay,
well, you can choke them out. You don't have to slice them. You can still choke them out.
that takes too long.
He's a busy man.
Yeah, I had notes. I had notes to take this time. But okay, so I'll try that again.
One
I'll try that.
One thing I noticed too is, and I don't know if there's a reason for this or if I was doing something differently. Sometimes when you choke them out, there's 3 stars. Other times there's 5 stars.
It depends on like how hard you took him out, I guess.
Okay.
How hard you killed them.
Yeah. Because I've kind of noticed that too. It's like, I think if you choke them out, it might be like 5 stars. But if you like throw them, it's just like it's like a quick knockout.
2.
So they'll get up quicker.
I had the opposite where I usually when I throw them down, there's 5 stars.
Oh, okay.
And most of the time that I choked them out, there was only 3. But sometimes if I choked them out, there were 5 stars.
I wonder
So
what
that
it
was
is.
where the inconsistency was. Every time I knock them down, there was always 5 stars.
They might have some like invisible like stamina bar.
Yeah. Well, that's the only thing I can think of. It's either that or if I was doing something slightly differently each time.
Yeah, not that I know of off the top of my head.
Because the first time I tried choking them out, I tried doing it portable op style where you tap it.
Uh-huh.
And so I was doing that where I kept tapping R1 repeatedly. And it wasn't really doing anything because it was doing the sound of like releasing and choking, releasing, choking, as opposed to the that it did in portable op. So I was like, okay, maybe I just hold it. And so I held it for a while and then eventually did choke them out. But yeah.
So then how do you choke them out?
You just hold it.
Yeah, hold it. Yeah, you just hold it and it's
do you squeeze harder?
He squeezes harder, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, from what I can tell, I'll test it maybe when I play later today or tomorrow. I don't think you can break their necks like you could in the other games now.
You haven't? It's been since
choke them out, period.
3, I think. Yeah.
3 you couldn't break a neck?
No, you couldn't.
I don't remember, honestly. That's the funny thing. We're like,
because you just tap and they just go to sleep. I honestly don't remember breaking any necks in 2, to be honest.
I think you can, but for sure 1 was the worst.
Yeah.
Like, are you sleeping? No. Are you sleeping? No. God damn you.
That 11th button press. It's 11. So you can still also hold them up on the ground. Will they stay there like in 3?
I don't know. Actually, I've not tested that. I have not tested that, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, that's a technique that I never really did. Because like I said, I thought it was worthless until you said they'll never get up, and I was like, oh shit.
In 3, yeah, in portable ops, I did some testing on that one, and they won't get up on portable ops. They won't get up if there's an alert. Oh, you know what's funny? Portable ops, they won't get up if there's an alert. They won't get up if you kill someone next to them. Someone else sees you. None of that. But a camera sees you. Oh, they get right the fuck up. I don't know why. The camera sees you, and like they stand right up. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's funny. Okay, and then I think here is the cutscene where the PMCs roll through with a tank, and it's that trailer scene where Otacon meets up with Snake, but through the Metal Gear Mark II.
Yep, you get your little buddy.
Yeah. Did you use the Mark II at all, Chris? Or did you forget about it?
No, I forgot about it mostly, and then I remember going through the menu and I saw it there, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. Because when they talked about when you meet that one guy,
Drebin.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Drebin?
Yeah. And he talks about like, oh, any extra stuff you have, you can sell to me, and you'll get like credits for it or whatever.
You'll
I was
get
like, oh, that's
points.
pretty cool. Yeah. So I thought that was going to be something we would have to manually do, but then I went to pick up a gun and it said sold such and such for, or
points. Yeah.
Yeah. For points, and took the ammo and stuff. I was like, oh, it's an automatic thing. That's cool. Okay. But yeah, I think that's an interesting system that they put in there, is that you can, that M4, I think is you get, right?
Yeah.
That he gives you, and you can like upgrade it and do different modifications and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, you should definitely get some mods. Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. So
yeah. No. Yeah. So like I definitely I won't lie. My first playthrough I did use the MK2. It's pretty cool. It's fun. You should definitely. So have you used it at all or no?
I have not yet. No.
Okay, you should use it just
I
for
always
fun.
forget about it. Yeah.
It's super funny. It's I don't want to say it's like super useful, but it can come in clutch. I mean, maybe every now and then. But
And it
yeah, the
uses
MK2
optic camouflage.
it uses optic camo.
Okay.
Um, yeah, and then what else
That's
is
right.
there?
Because when he was leaving, he activated that. Yeah, and went
Oh yeah,
invisible.
yeah. What's funny is I don't know how in any way, shape, or form this fucking little MK2 had a fucking an operator and a fucking
Yeah.
M9 gun inside of it somehow, you know. And what's funny is that operator weapon, Chris, it looks very familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like the
The
what
boner
was it, the
gun.
M22,
Yeah, no, the M19A1.
M19. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the fucking he's polished to a near what is it
Yeah.
mirror like finish and
My snake is
extending
getting harder.
Yeah, it looks awfully like it. I think it's definitely a little. And I'm be honest with you here, like this is no misdirecting you or anything like that. I think
Mhm.
it's just so funny how he's like, by some miracle, it never got recycled. Like, yeah, some miracle. Like, it's definitely just
Mhm.
Kojima being like, hey, remember this gun? It's back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also like the during some of those cutscenes. One thing I think I forgot it in one or two cutscenes where I set my controller down. But where it has you like press X or L1 and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I like all those little nods to previous games and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it had the one with
The
Meryl.
member berry seasons.
Yeah.
Remember this?
The one with Meryl, I thought that was cool because I heard her voice and I was like, "Is that Meryl?" And sure enough, it was. And then it had like the
I'm glad I got
flashbacks
to
of
come
like when
back
you
for
met her in
years.
Metal Gear Solid One and
Hmm.
everything. And then what else was there? There was the one when you were saluting.
Mm.
And then I
Oh,
think
in
there
the
were a couple
graveyard. Yeah.
others that I don't remember. But yeah, I thought that was a cool effect. That's little like I like when games do that, add little Easter eggs or little things like that, where it's like you don't have to do it. It's not throwing in your face, but if
Yeah.
if you recognize it or whatever, it's just oh, that's cool. Little things like that. So I appreciated that.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
yeah,
agreed.
this game is fan service up the ass.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
That.
Oh, and
Yeah,
this
Chris was
is
right.
where he gives you the solid eye system, by the way.
Yep.
Also,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were
I forgot
excited
about
for
that.
that, Chris.
Yeah.
You were like, ooh, this is cool.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. And then I learned that it runs on battery.
Yeah,
I was about to
gonna
say
fuck.
everything runs on battery, even the Mark II,
Mhm.
even the Mark II.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty funny. We're like, what? It has batteries? I'm like, yes, Chris.
I mean,
Oh
it
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
I get
German was
it,
like,
but
Chris thinks everything runs on magic or some shit.
were you there, German, when I said, "Do I have to eat the glowing mushrooms?"
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
did
no,
hear
I
that.
wasn't there for that, but yeah, you can find some.
Yeah, I did notice that the battery replenished itself, so that's cool because I was worried
Yeah,
about like, do I have to find batteries? Am I going to be
yeah,
in a
that was.
situation where like it goes dead on me and I'm screwed? So,
Mhm.
but yeah, no, I thought there was a lot of attention to detail. Like I said, a lot of fan service and stuff, and
Well,
I appreciate that.
even the Solid Eye is a fucking fan service. Like
To Big Boss, yeah. It's
obviously,
a
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
big boss. And why? Why did Otacon say like, "Hey, I'm gonna make this cool fucking eye patch, or not an eye patch, a cool device that lets you go night vision, binocular,
Hmm.
and fucking thermal slash night vision hybrid, and I'm gonna make it an eye patch. Like, why not fucking just make it like a goggle or bandana you wrap around your eyes or some shit like that? You know,
Yeah.
kind of interesting. And I don't know if you remember. Remember, I made a callback a long time ago. Maybe it was MGS. No, it was MGS3. So it was a while back about Sokolov wearing the monocle. And I was like, dude, we should bring
Oh
those
yeah.
back. And I'm like, oh, they do come back, kind of. And I was like, so the monocles kind of come back, Chris.
Oh.
The Snake is
Yeah.
trying to bring it back. It's a
I forgot
fashion
German said that.
statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot
Those
about you.
monocles,
Yeah.
I'm down for them. I'll bring them back. I'll use the monocle in a fucking pocket watch and shit. Why not?
Right now, I'm watching the part where Chris is waiting on the loading screen that's telling him to press start.
Oh, yeah.
So that's something kind of unique to Chris. It's because I put a solid state drive, a solid eye system, if you will, into his PS3. So the load times are insanely fast compared to mine, which is still I think, yeah, mine is still just like a regular spinning drive. So it takes like about a minute or two to load. What about you,
Mine have
German?
been pretty good. Mine have been fine for the most part.
Right? Nothing crazy?
One thing I noticed, and I forgot all about this, is Chris won't have to suffer with the installation of the axe. That was like an update they did or something, right?
No, I did it for him
Yeah.
No, I'm not getting it on mine, and
because you still had it installed on yours.
But I thought he could only do one act at a time. No?
No, there's an option to
There's
install them all.
Oh,
yes,
really?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's one act at a time, or there's full.
Oh, I don't remember that. I want to.
But
Okay. Well,
but you're right. You're right. Sorry. The first version, it did it one act at a time. But
so
then
you were
like,
treated with a beautiful scene of Snake smoking.
oh yeah,
That took
endless
fucking 20 minutes.
endless cigarettes, dude. He would smoke
Yeah.
endless cigarettes, and they would have like little tips on the bottom left. And one of them would say, like, the Surgeon General says that smoking is bad for you.
Yeah. But I mean, like, yeah, that was it. Like, I remember the first time I loaded this game, and I'm like watching Snake just smoke. I'm like, okay. And I'm like,
Yeah.
just sat there and watched him smoke until I finished installing Act 1.
The
And then
install
came for Act
happened.
2.
The install happened so fast that I was kind of like, shit. Probably should have just let Chris do this on his own, just so he could see that scene.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's literally just, you know, you could see it on YouTube. It's just old Snake fucking smoking cigarette after cigarette after cigarette.
And it's detailed because he still puts them away in his little container. So
Oh yeah, he's got a little.
Snake doesn't flick his butts. He actually
He's conscious. Yeah,
environmentally conscious.
Yeah. Well, no, he did flick the one.
And 2 on
He
the
was
bridge.
hiding
On
in
where?
this game. Yeah.
Oh right.
When
But,
when the things were after him.
the
and
geckos,
No, he
yeah.
picks it back up. He picks it back
Well, he
up.
picks it back up.
Well, yeah, but he flicks
flicked
it first.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I mean, dude.
Well, maybe he knew he was going to pick it back up after he got away with, you know, hiding
Well,
against the wall.
that and or like I'm not gonna take my time to put the cigarette away. Plus, also, if you think about this is a sneaking mission. You wouldn't want to leave your cigarette butts. That's telling your enemy you were there. You know, all kinds of shit. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like it does make sense for a sneaking mission, a sneaking soldier, whatever you want to call it, to be conscious of what he leaves behind. Because if you think about it, MGS3, what's his name? Zero
Yeah.
tells you like, you know, like you can't leave anything behind. That means bullets, casings, but which you still do.
Droppings.
So it's hilarious as fuck. You're still shooting your gun like crazy, and just leaving casings everywhere. But he makes a point to say like, it's a secret. You can't leave anything behind. No one must know you were there.
Yeah.
You know, so
I just saw this part where Chris knocked out a guard. He like choked him and then cut his throat.
God
So
damn.
yeah, so right now, so he's in the underground part now. So yes, I see that did you discover that you can crouch walk at this point, Chris?
I think so. I don't remember when I discovered that, but yeah, at some point I was like, oh, I can just crouch down
Yes.
and walk. So
this is what revolutionizes Metal Gear. It's like after how many games now that we've played, like about 20 games, they finally implement crouch walking, which is insane. And I
Yeah.
cheated. I cheated because I did a mod on MGS3, but you know I needed to experience it anyway. But yeah, what a fucking difference.
yeah.
Well, isn't it hilarious? Like what kept them from doing it in MGS1?
Who knows?
Limitations, fine, sure, but then everything after that, like you didn't do it. Very interesting, right?
Yeah.
It almost makes you think of like the whole argument for why Samus has a morph ball because they didn't want to or couldn't do a crawl animation. So like, fuck it, make it a ball, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, this is the spot where it's encouraged that you definitely become friendlies with the rebels, because getting through this part, it's a fucking pain in the ass without it. And you can if you have rations, you can hand them rations and ammo too, right?
I think so, for sure. Rations, for sure.
Yeah, I think if you give them rations or food, they give you ammo and stuff.
Something like that. Yeah, like once they're friend. So right now, I when I got to this part, I hadn't befriended them as much as I wanted to, because they would go like, "Hey, you stop right there," and then I stopped moving, kind of like in GS3 with the fucking mask or whatever, or the scientist outfit. And they walked up to me, and he looks at me, and he goes, "Oh, it's you," and he goes, "Get out of the way," or something like that. And then I gave him a rash. He's like, "Oh, thanks a lot, buddy." And then but if you're not friend on that perfect level with them, because I do remember times when I'd come down here and they just don't give a fuck. They go, huh? They turn around, they go, "Oh, it's you," and you just keep running. But if they say, "Hey, stop right there," and I moved, it's the enemy. Like, fuck you, man. I was like, I'm your friendly. So I knocked them all out, and
So this kind of brings up a little beef that I have since MGS3. I don't like that the soldiers have U.S. accents. They're fucking Russians in MGS3.
Oh, yeah.
In MGS2, they had Russian accents, but in 3 they didn't, which bugs the hell out of me. And then in this one, the rebels should definitely not have U.S. accents. They should be if they are locals, they should have Middle Eastern accents.
Sure.
I don't know where the PMC. I mean, the PMCs are probably U.S. military because they're supposed to be on the liquid side. I think is what they said.
Yeah. Well, they're
Um,
PMCs, but
but they just sound
argument
so
or
fucking dorky. Just like, hey, oh, it's you. Like just
mhm.
the way the voice actors did it, I was like, it pulls me right the fuck out of the game.
Now here's the argument for you. In 3, remember they are speaking Russian. Big Boss just knows Russian,
I know everyone's speaking
so
Russian in
that's
that
why there's
game.
no. Well, that's why there's no accent because he doesn't hear an accent. He just hears them normal.
Still,
And what if Snake knows fucking Arabic? So they're to them, they're speaking normal.
with that
I
dorky
believe he
ass
does
fucking,
know
hey,
Arabic.
oh, it's you.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, hey. Like that.
Uh-huh.
That's what bothers me. Maybe if they spoke more like soldiers, then I wouldn't give a shit.
True. I understand what you're saying 100%.
But yeah, the whole
Yeah.
like I hate that one.
Dude,
And
like almost like everyone's like fucking Johnny's for some reason.
Exactly. Like they're
Yeah.
all voiced by Johnny.
What was that noise?
Yeah. What was another thing I was gonna say? So yeah, like you mentioned the whole like it's the enemy. That's another beef I have. Why the fuck do they give a shit about who I am?
Yeah.
It's a war zone. Why me? Why is there an alert? Why is there caution? Why is there evasion? It's a war zone.
Yeah, agreed.
I should be able to just fucking run through all of this shit without being noticed. Especially if because Chris, I don't know if you know, you can go back into the menu and put that outfit back on.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice that. No.
Yeah, you can put that outfit back on, and that should be functional. If I put that on, everyone should be like, "Oh, it's just one of us again."
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. That I have a big beef with those two things. But speaking about that outfit, I don't remember how to get it. I think it's a DLC, but you can get the Altair outfit from Assassin's Creed 2.
Oh.
Wait, no, Altair's in the first one, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, because Enzo, I think, is the second one and the third one. But yeah, you can get the Altair outfit because it looks so similar to that getup that you have from there. But yeah, I think it's a DLC or something, but you can't get anymore because
there's
PS3 servers are dead.
Get anymore.
I don't think you can get the rest of the iPod episodes.
Yeah, probably not.
But I don't know if you saw that I posted on Patreon and also on the Discord. I may not have, but if I didn't, I'm going to post it on the Discord for sure. Someone has them all on YouTube, so I posted them all there. And one of the problems with the in-game iPod is that you have to have it equipped to listen to it.
Yeah.
As soon as you go to something else, it stops. And I saw Chris die because he had the iPod equipped instead of his rations. So if you guys out there want to listen to the official Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral podcast without having to equip your damn iPod, I'll have it there in the description or in the Discord or something like that. I'll link the playlist because they talk about some interesting stuff.
I should have known too because there was one time I had the iPod equipped and I started playing the music from Metal Gear 1, the Tara or whatever it's called.
So I didn't realize why it's actually called Theme of Terra, like we call it Terra.
Theme of Terra, that's what, yeah.
But it's actually Theme of Tara, because that's the way it's like Tara, dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, because that's the way he vocalized it, yeah.
I had no idea that's why, but
I thought that was so cool that it had
they say that in the
podcast. Yeah. That's right, it was in the podcast, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, they tell you that that's why it's called the film of Tara.
Yeah. I did not know that, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it was just this playthrough that I discovered that. Finally paying attention to the podcast.
Yeah, I was listening to the iPod, and then I put on the barrel or something, and it stopped playing. And I was like, "Oh, I can't listen to my music too."
Yeah, in the barrel, in the shitty barrel.
Yeah.
Which, I guess that's after this. Like right after this part, you get out of here. Oh no, wait, no, this is where you meet Drebin.
Yeah, you meet Drebin.
That's right. Yeah.
You see the little monkey, and Chris was like, "What the fuck?"
The hairless monkey. Yeah. Okay, one more complaint, and then fucking you guys can give it all the praise you want. This is my least favorite character in the entire series. I hate Drebin. I do not like Drebin.
Okay. He is. I will admit he is very much out of place, but he's almost comically out of place, so I don't mind it.
I like the monkey better. The monkey has personality. Drebin is just. I hate his. I don't like his catchphrase. You. Yeah. It's so corny. It's almost as corny as the handshake between Snake and Otacon. The secret, like we're friends handshake from MGS2. It's almost as corny as that when he does the I have you thing. Yeah. But yeah,
I don't like the I have you. I won't lie. Drebin himself, I don't mind him. I think he could have been Well, I have some issues with him that we'll have to talk about later. I have to reserve for now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. I think we might be thinking about the same thing.
We'll see. We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, this is a cool system. This is where he introduces, that you can sell guns to him, and and this version of Snake has a boner for the M4 that he gives him.
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, the M19 is like whatever, fuck it, and then it's like, oh,
He's like, oh,
I'm playing with it.
yeah, he like immediately is just like,
It's like relax, the barrel's clean.
but yeah, this is we are shown the power of nanomachines, where the way Snake described it at the beginning, that war has changed and that everything is ID tagged, and you can't go to war without your nanomachine saying you can fire this gun, which pretty much like Snake said, it makes war routine, and also it puts it under the control of someone else, whoever's in control of the nanomachines, which is what they're fighting against here is the AI. The AI is still in power.
Well, we know that. The world doesn't know that. The world just thinks it's
right
or whatever. Yeah, the world's like, oh, it's just a governing a department or whatever you want to call it that's being governed, and it's got checks and balances and shit like that.
Yeah, but we as Snake and everyone and Meryl and all them,
we know there's
they know that the nanomachines and this guy must have drank about 13 Dr. Peppers.
Oh yeah. I said I could drink about that. No. So two things to mention about here real quick was shit. Oh yeah, so we learned that they're on to the third generation of nanomachines. Snake's got the first generation. He goes, oh, you must be using some old gen or some shit. He seems to know enough about Snake because he's like you're not. He's like you're a green collar too, man. I've seen it. I see it in your eyes.
Yeah, he's like,
and then
no, you.
Yeah, I know you. No, yeah. But Chris made a comment that I caught when he was down here. He saw something flapping on the table. What did you see, Chris?
The wing.
The wing. Oh yeah. What wing was that?
What?
Yeah.
There was a wing on a table there. Yeah.
In the Drebin scene?
No. Well,
no, it was after
in the bunker.
Yeah.
Bunker.
An underground bunker, if you will. Yeah.
It was where there was like that scientist guy.
Scientist.
I don't know if he was a scientist, but he was. He wasn't in a uniform.
So just before this, right, where you're going through the tunnels.
Yeah. When you're going through the tunnels, there's You don't remember that, Chris? Noise at all?
Wing.
A wing. Yeah. Chris like, did that just move? And what did you make? What did you say? Who do you think it is, or what is it?
It looks like a wing.
Yeah, but
like a bionic wing.
But you mentioned.
Oh, I said Vulcan Raven.
Oh, Vulcan Raven.
Yeah.
Why would you think Vulcan Raven, Chris?
Because Raven, wing, bird.
Yeah.
Okay, Vulcan Raven.
I knew wings. It wasn't actually Vulcan Raven. I was just like, oh, Vulcan Raven. Ha ha ha, wings.
I know what you're talking about now. Yes, I totally forgot about that thing on the table.
Yeah, I didn't actually think it belonged to Vulcan Raven. I was just making a joke.
I mean, it could. I don't know.
It's not a situation where I secretly know what's going on.
Oh yeah, you play
this time.
Like a fiddle. Play it. Play noise.
Do
the thing. Do the thing.
Like a damn fiddle.
Yeah,
I couldn't find the button. Sorry, I panicked.
But yeah. So. Yeah, they drink Dr. Peppers and fucking
him and the monkey fucking downs those things, dude.
I think there's a little comedy in there. That's a nice relief because he's like, hey, be nice to our guests, Yeah. Again, I understand where you're going with Trevin. I think he could have been better. But we'll talk about that later. And then So after this you exit.
Well, no, he fucking he fucking easily talks you into getting injected.
Oh yeah,
with another fucking needle.
Yeah, no shit. That's
like Snake didn't learn the goddamn lesson from Naomi. Are you kidding me? Like just so he can use other people's guns. Like, come on, you're Snake. You don't need guns. I don't need guns in this game. Just throw everyone on the ground, walk away.
Very true. Very true. By the way, Chris, how the fuck is Snake using CQC?
Oh yeah,
that's a good question because I think someone brought it up at some point, didn't they?
I hope they did because
Meryl does it later. She says, when you pin down Akiba.
Well, yeah, she says CQC.
CQC, huh?
Boss.
Yep.
Well, then make some Codec Calls because maybe there's something there. Maybe there's something.
Okay.
I don't really truly remember.
This game is the one that I said that I least played, so I rarely called anyone, so this is
I
probably
want to. I'll
where
play
you
around
know.
it and see if it's in the Codec call or if it's in game because I don't remember. But there's yeah. Why is Snake so? And it's not like a cheap CQC, like a C rank CQC. This shit's pretty good. The CQC Snake old Snake is doing is pretty damn up there.
Yeah.
He's able to do chokeholds. He's able to do fucking body slams. He's able to shoot. I don't know. I saw you briefly do it. Hold someone up and then use your gun and stuff like that. So
Oh,
Oh,
you just
yeah.
like
well,
in the shield.
I was trying to do CQC with my gun equipped, was what it was.
Well, no, yeah, with the larger rifle. But at one point you did pull out your handgun and then I think a soldier stabbed you or something like that. But speaking of stabbing, real quick, you notice you have a knife, right, Chris?
Chris just
Yeah.
accidentally found the RPG 7.
Yeah, I did.
I just saw that.
I walked into this little corner. Ooh.
Oh yeah, I know that
Dude,
spot,
his
Chris.
jaw
I
dropped.
know
He
that
was like,
spot.
"Oh!"
I know that spot too well. There's something you can do there, which you already passed.
I
That's
legit thought that was the way to go, and then I came across that, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
perfect. Yeah. But on your knife, Chris, have you noticed that there's a little taser on it? Have you had a chance to play with it?
Huh.
Yeah. So you can either push R1 in first person mode or in any mode. I believe it's just R1 will stab, R2 will use the back end of the blade, I believe, and it's a taser. Will knock
Okay.
anyone out. It takes a second or two to recharge, but it's kind of cool. It's nice. Again, if you have the tranquilizer gun, I don't know why you would use that, but in case you're out of ammo or some shit.
Well, Chris will probably use it a bunch because he's always standing right in front of somebody,
I did see him
pressing
behind
all the
someone.
buttons except the correct ones.
That was the one. That was the one. That was part when he was like, dee, 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 dee. He's like, what the fuck? And the guy turns around.
Hey.
Yeah.
Fucking Chris. But yeah, it is also kind of like you said, Snake didn't learn his lesson. But it's also Otacon that was like, well, I don't like it either, but I say we trust him for now. I was like, really, motherfucker? Like,
Yeah,
really?
I know. Yeah. It's like,
like,
well,
you
it's the
don't
only
know
way you're
this
going to be
guy
able to
at
use the
all.
gun, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I definitely think it's kind of a little sus. But yeah, so there's that scene. You get out of here. That's when you see a good old Johnny.
Well, no,
Right?
no, because this is when you find the RPG. This is like the fallen down building that he's got to make his
Oh
way
yeah,
through.
yeah. That section.
And then I think right after
Then it's
that
Johnny.
is
Yeah,
Johnny.
then it's Johnny. Yeah. Then
Yeah,
it's Johnny. Yeah.
because he finds the Johnny and
Which by the way, Chris, that whole barrel shitting his pants and this whole scene, that whole thing is in one of the trailers as well. So we already knew about that, which is pretty fun. Yeah, we already knew. So it was kind of nice seeing you go be like, what the fuck? When you hear the first couple farts and you're like, and then he's like, go away, I'm not done in here. And you're like, Johnny.
That's why they want to fucking watch more and more trailers. So I was like, I think he just needs to watch the one that fucking hyped everybody up. Because the rest of the trailers give away so many things that that he'd be like, wait, it would be too much info.
True.
But
yeah.
But this I'm glad he got to experience this with his viewers also, because it's just him with his fucking pants halfway down. You can see his crack.
Yeah.
By the way, too. So I know you got the barrel, and it was funny. You were like, I don't know where I'm keeping it, but whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then you were like,
it's a collapsible barrel.
Yeah, you were like, where's my barrel? Where's my barrel? And you were looking for it in the Drebin shop or something like that. And I'm like, there's a fucking tab that says items on it, Chris. And you kind of skipped over it. I thought it was pretty funny.
It's like what happened to me in Portable Ops, where I didn't know where my fucking rations were and shit. And I was like, what the fuck? Oh, there's a whole nother tab. It says items on it.
Yeah.
Damn it. But yeah, where is it keeping this fucking barrel?
Or the fact that you didn't know you could fucking how to load weapons in fucking acid, and you just waited for them to shoot
my god, yeah, I just reacted. I'll just wait for you to shoot me.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed then, Chris, but again, there's so many mechanics in this game, 1 billion mechanics. You can equip the barrel and roll in it. That's why I said do a barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll.
Yeah. I figured, I just couldn't figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
But did you notice also he like disses the box because he sees the barrel and he's like, "Ooh, yeah, the barrel." And then there's just like a fucking broken down box next to it, and he's just like, "Nah, I'm just gonna do this barrel."
Yeah. Which is funny because it's also, again, like we said, this is a big what's the word we're looking for again?
Fan service.
Fan service. I think it's a callback to the fucking bucket.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, because the bucket he was bulletproof. This you're not.
Oh well, this has holes in it.
Yeah, true. Okay. It's a rusted bucket.
So yeah, it's super rusty.
yeah, exactly. This thing is rusted as fuck. Which, that Johnny scene, After that Johnny scene, again, it's just a little bit more sneaking, and then we get to the main section, right? Am I wrong?
I think this is like the sniper section, Chris, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's yes. Where the
and
sniper was out and you had to find a way around.
yeah, but you also have to deal
Um,
with like 2 tanks or some shit.
yeah.
Yeah, there's like 2
This is
tanks,
the
some snipers
this is
Yeah,
the
around.
yeah. You know what?
one
I didn't really struggle
this
with
is
this
the
part, but
one
yeah,
with the barricade boss.
yeah. Oh, this is that
What?
Yeah.
part?
The
You
barricade
could
boss.
you couldn't get
Remember,
past the sandbags?
No, not the sandbags. There was like a
just an actual.
where it was pointed. So I had followed like where the arrows actually pointed,
Uh-huh.
and there's
Oh,
the
it's
area where
pointing
there's like a
north.
bunch of barricades up, and it's like, how do I get past this? How do I get past this? How do I get past? So I'm looking around for like any way to crawl up the building or go through doors or anything,
Oh
and I
my
can't
god.
see anything. And then I ended up at this place like 3 different times.
Oh
And
man.
so chat had referred to it as the barrel boss
Okay, okay.
or the barricade boss.
Barricade boss.
Mhm.
So also when you encounter those tanks, did you notice that you can like there's mortars that you can use?
I didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
so
behind the sand. Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, some are behind sandbags, some of them are in buildings like in ledges or not ledges, but
Yeah.
you know what they're called, the patios or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
The things they got rid of in your house.
Yeah, the things that where I almost died at Horizon.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's mortars that you
Balconies,
can
balconies.
balconies. Thank you.
We forgot the word, all
God
of us.
damn.
Those things on the side of the house, you know.
Wow, that was bad.
Are you a hacker?
Yeah.
But yeah, and then this is where he enters another boss, the building boss, because not only was it these goddamn gas mines, which
Oh,
yep,
Yep.
right there, he just got hit by one. I see it. But he noticed the claymores. He's like, "That's a claymore," and I remember seeing that. So he noticed the claymores. But this apparently was like a fucking labyrinth to him because he.
Well, because I went to the very top of that one stairwell,
Uh-huh.
and at least that dead end. I was
It's
like,
a dead end,
what was
yeah.
that for? Yeah, I was like, that was for nothing. So I went like way back down. I think I went down a few floors instead of just going out that one entryway right there.
Oh shit!
I won't lie. I
this
get
is
lost in this building all the time, too.
this is the mine that knocked you out IRL. Sorry guys, I'm watching a stream just so I can keep track of what the fuck is going on. But man, that if you guys haven't seen it, we got clips of it on Discord or on his channel, twitch.tv/damn it Chris, 2 M's, 2 S's. But yeah, yeah, I always kind of every single time I'm like, wait, where the fuck am I going? And then sometimes the claymores are really well hidden on because they're not on the floor of the staircase, they're on the stairs.
Yeah. Well,
And
that
they
happened to me a
fucking-
couple times. Yeah.
Yep. on the
Yeah,
very
they
top
fucking
one, yeah.
blend in perfectly.
And what's funny is these aren't stealth claymores either, like in Metal Gear, fucking all of the other ones where you couldn't see
Right.
them
Yeah.
except for 3.
Well,
Yeah,
in
these ones you
3,
can see.
yeah. For
was
some
the past,
reason, for some
3
reason,
was the
this is
past,
the
so they're not stealth, yeah.
and
But
this is
these
the
ones are
future,
just
so they should be invisible.
stealth, yeah. Yeah, 100% they should be camouflaged, but whatever.
But I mean, they're camouflaged enough because we run into them all the time.
They are. I knew there was claymores, and I ran into one in the fucking stairs. Like, you fucking asshole.
Every single time. Yeah, no, Jessie watched me do it. She was just like, just fucking laughing at me. And I'm like, yeah, I knew it was there, but I couldn't see it. So I wasn't too sure. I was like, maybe it's not this staircase, but I got hit by it anyways.
At least you didn't dive into it headfirst like me.
Well, you didn't dive into it. You saw it. And then you went prone, but just that little bit of extra you on the floor was enough to cause it to explode.
Yeah, it didn't read the hit box as prone yet, and so it's like, oh, you're too close.
Yeah, the head was still a hitbox.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and so there's also a laser wall that Chris was like, I wonder what this does. And blew himself the fuck up because you thought it was going to be gas, right?
Yeah, because Otacon gets on and he's like, "Oh, I'm detecting a trap nearby, and it's gas or something. It's knockout gas. It'll knock you out or something." And so I'm like, "Okay, a knockout gas. I'm kind of curious about that." And I walk through and it explodes. I was like, "You freaking liar, Otacon! That's not gas."
Yeah, just instant death. Just died.
Yeah, but then I think as you get closer to that one too, because I think it was going as I died. Otacon was like, "Oh, I'm reading another trap nearby too." And it's like, You couldn't have told me that sooner.
Yeah. And Chris didn't know that you can pick up those gas mines until I suggested it. Because I saw him get down and pick up the Claymore, and I was like, you can pick those ones up too. And he's like, oh.
And then German with his advice.
Yeah. That was, that was fun.
That was great. What else can we say about this building? I mean, the good thing is that it lets you wander around for a bit so you can kind of get acquainted, because you're going to have to make your way back down.
Yeah.
With the Rat Patrol Unit 1. Because you encounter a dude who gets the drop on you, but he hasn't even taken the safety off yet, rookie. And you get those little flashbacks of Meryl, like you were saying.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's when
Chris.
the flashbacks happened. Yeah.
But Chris, were you actually surprised when you said Meryl? 'Cause she was in the trailer.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't think I really thought of that. It was just more like, like she's here kind of thing.
You didn't think she was here already? You thought it was going to be later. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because you were like, what? That sounds like Meryl. I'm like, it's Meryl, Chris. We saw the trailer.
But he makes Johnny look pretty much like look for the safety like a fool.
Yeah, that skill right there, man.
Psychological warfare, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Which here's a problem I have with this scene. Because then she comes out, like, don't move, blah blah blah, and then he doesn't put his gun down, and he goes over and he does a fucking crouching fucking leg on Johnny's windpipe there, right?
Yep.
And you're like, lower your weapon. We ain't gonna ask again or some bullshit. They're ID guns this gun should be locked, right?
Oh right.
They know this. He can't fire that gun. I always have a problem with that scene. He can't fire that gun.
Well, no, yeah, because he has to take it to Drebin first.
Yeah, he has to take Drebin first and foremost. And I'm jumping the gun real quick. You can't say they don't know, because they have SOPs, so they would know that's Johnny's gun. It's assigned to him.
Right.
I would argue at least that they would know it's Johnny's gun.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, I always have a problem with that, but then I think it's funny when she's like, he's like, you're Snake or some shit. Oh, because doesn't he say Meryl? He goes, Meryl?
No, she says Fox, because he notices the badge on her.
Oh yeah.
And that's what she goes, Snake. And then it does the reveal. And
which on that reveal, quick little thing real quick. I've noticed that in a lot of these games, I believe, they always do like the turn their head to the side and then pull off their fucking kalakova or whatever, their mask or whatever they're wearing. It's like, why the fuck can they do that? Why do you turn your head to the side? You get what I'm saying or no?
Well, because it can't be an immediate face reveal. So it's they remove their mask and then they turn their face to you.
To the camera.
Yeah. It's a cinematic thing.
Yeah.
I mean, also like when people take off handcuffs, why do they always rub their wrists?
After they take them off. To show that they had handcuffs. And
to show that they had handcuffs, yeah.
And it hurts, yeah, I guess. So.
Why do people take off their sunglasses when they're trying to hear someone better?
Yeah.
Lower the radio when you're trying to see better? Yeah.
Why do you hear this? Why do you hear this? When you stand behind Jonathan.
Yeah.
Why is there two Johnnies in this crew?
Yeah.
That I was very wondering. I was curious about that. Yeah.
Akiba, so.
And what is the name of the other guy? I forget.
Ed.
Wow.
Ed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ed.
Wow.
Although, didn't they refer to the other Johnny as Jonathan?
Yes, the one with the exclamation point haircut. That's Jonathan, and Akiba is Johnny.
Yeah. So yeah. So.
I was about to say Mr. Shits his pants himself.
So he's over there fucking.
Oh, and he growls at Snake. I don't know if you caught that, Chris.
He did. Chris got that.
Yeah, I did.
When he throws a gun
I don't know if he
back
got
at
the
him.
growl, but you said don't make faces at me. But he's like,
You're
like,
and then his stomach turns on him. He's like, "What the hell is wrong with you, dude?"
Yeah. Again,
diarrhea.
This game is good. It's pretty damn serious. It's pretty dark, if you will. Like the whole war, people are just dying all around you, and then it throws in a fucking a shitting pants.
Yeah, toilet humor.
And a growl. Again, Johnny's like, "Why are you growling?" Like, I don't. But it's fine. You're like, "All right, I'll take it. I don't care." Yeah, he's definitely stupid because he's over there. When my first playthrough ever, when Meryl and him and Snake are talking, and you see Johnny over there. And as soon as I saw that glint, I was like, "Oh, he just gave us away."
Yeah,
like,
you
fucking Johnny,
fucking dipshit.
Did you
by the
caught
way,
that right, Chris? That they caught. He gave. Yeah, he says that.
I didn't.
Right?
I didn't catch it right away. I think you probably did, but I was like, why did they add that in there? But and then
Uh,
they said it afterwards. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So
mhm.
Yeah. But this is the best that Meryl's ever looked.
Yeah, she looks great,
yeah,
dude. She looks
Right.
top.
She looks human.
She
She
looks
has
way better than the trailer for
she
sure. Yeah.
oh well that trailer was all AI. But yeah, she
Well,
has
even yeah.
eyes.
Hmm.
Not like she doesn't have just pixels. She has eyes.
Yeah.
not
No,
just
she looks
not
fucking
just
great, dude.
divots where the eyes are supposed to go.
Yeah, exactly. Little
Yeah.
concave. Yeah.
Yeah,
Holes.
instead of just flat pixels.
No, she looks great. She has a cool ass fucking bullet earring. Which I'm wondering. She
I
never had
never
that
noticed
again.
that until Chris pointed it out, and I was like, "Oh shit, what
Oh,
the
really?
hell?" Yeah.
Yeah, and then someone in chat was like, "Oh, the things that he notices like a toddler or something like that."
Oh yeah, the things Chris notices, and I'm like, "Yeah, he's like a toddler."
I always noticed it. Now I've always been wondering, and now I don't remember. Does she have it in Twin Snakes, or is this something new that she got here? And if so, like, is there a reason for that bullet
Oh, I
earring?
guess she
Is
has
it like
eyes
a
in Twin Snakes also.
is it an ocelot thing? Is it a bullet that she was saving from something? You know,
Huh.
'cause I don't
Interesting.
remember those answers. I got to go back to Twin Snakes and see if she has it there.
Yeah, what
Was
The
it
only
bullet
always an
thing
would it
aesthetic
have
choice?
been?
the only thing I can think of, if it does have meaning, is it's like, oh, this is the one bullet I'm going to use to kill so and so or something
Sure.
kind of thing. But that's
Maybe liquid or something that she
Or
wants
maybe
a revolver for Ocelot because he tortured her. He did fucking
yeah, I
torture
have
her.
no idea.
I was gonna
I
say
don't know
maybe
who it would be, but
one of the ones that she got that Sniper Wolf put in her,
ooh, could be that too,
because we
Yeah,
don't know if some of
or
maybe.
them
maybe
went
a
through her
representative of it. Yeah,
and one of them stayed with her, and who knows?
yeah.
Yeah, I'll go back and do some digging and see if there's a reason for that. And like I said, maybe it was just no reason at all. But anyway,
Yeah,
she looks great. She looks beautiful. I love Meryl. I think
yeah. And so
she's
they're
my babe. She's
just
from yeah,
so they're
one of my babes.
discussing fucking why he's there, and it's Snake has a
Yeah,
cover story that
yeah.
he was brought in by the UN to do inspections or whatever, and that's
A
who
threat assessment, I think.
threat assessment, yeah, and
Hmm.
yeah, to see if they can, can they really launch a nuke, kind of like the MGS1 Tim. But yeah, and Meryl didn't realize that's who his contact was him, and so they're showing photos and shit, and they're like, oh, there's this like woman scientist, and it's like, who could that be? But yeah, it's like they're going over the like the documents. She goes over to, like, touch his shoulder, and he's like fucking cold as
Yeah.
shit to her.
No, well, again, I do always kind of like the scene because we talked about this back in the day in MGS1, I believe it was. Snake, for all the womanizing jokes he makes, or for all the,
The woman who
even
stood
Big
up.
Boss. Yeah, he's never he's a James Bond without actually being the pig that James Bond is,
Right,
Like,
yeah, for sure.
he never took advantage of Meryl. Big Boss never really took advantage of
He was
what's her name, Eva.
he was taken advantage of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was the opposite right there. But like even here, like she was just being sympathetic towards him or whatever you want to say,
Right,
and
yeah.
he just brushed her off because he's like, I don't want to. I'm dying. First of all, imagine what he's feeling. I'm fucking dying here, right?
Hmm.
I don't want to. Maybe I don't have feelings for you, or I don't want to lead you any more than I want, than is needed. I'm on a mission again. Like he's just kind of like, don't touch me, like like
And
you get what I'm saying, yeah. Uh-huh.
and they have real history together that
Yeah.
we didn't see because they were together after MGS1.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Well, how
they
fast did he ditch her after that?
well,
After they get
who
started.
knows? But like even Meryl, like in this conversation, says that like I used to love you, or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So they definitely had like a legit relationship. This is probably like Snake's only legit relationship, unless he
yeah.
actually took out Holly or who else. I don't even know who else it
Yeah,
was.
Holly. Yeah,
But
was it
like
Holly? I think it was Holly. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but Meryl's like his first ever legit like love interest ever in these games.
Well, that lasted at least a little bit of time, obviously. Yeah, because like in the game and then just one, he didn't care about her, and she didn't really seem interested. But the more they spent time together, that whole study
Yeah.
that shows with people in the crisis or whatever,
I was given psychotherapy to destroy my interest in men.
Yeah. So he definitely like she started to. Well, she already had that tiny crush on him, the legendary hero, and then she actually got to meet the legendary hero, right?
And
And
then
then so yeah, she
Bone, the
fell for him.
legendary hero.
Yeah, yeah, no shit.
Brown chicken,
But
brown cow.
but yeah. So you get this whole scene, and then you get the most
Oh wait,
uncalled for.
there's one more thing too. Is like
What?
Meryl kind of like she says that she
Suspects.
heard about an assassin.
Assassinate temp, yeah.
Yeah, to send for liquid, and Snake's he's like, well, that's some rumor, you know. It's even though you can clearly like she like clearly is like, come on, dude, like just tell me you're here to do that. And he's like, nah, man, I'm here. I was here by the UN, dude. I'm just an old man wearing a tie. You know, I'm here for inspections. But yeah, then she
like he's all polishing a bullet that says liquid on it, you know. He's like,
yeah.
It's like, no, I don't know nothing about
I don't know
that.
what you're talking about. No, I don't know. But yeah, she explains how this new system works, how the ID tags and the AI, and how did she explain SOP here?
No, yeah, she does
a little
explain
bit.
it.
I think she says they had SOP. I don't remember. I might have been distracted partially when they actually explained it.
She says that
it's a lot of info, anyways.
Yeah. They kind of talk to each other or whatever. She says it's creepy at first, knowing you're being watched 24/7.
Oh, right.
It actually gives them some advantages in the battlefield because they can communicate with each other faster. Which
I remember her saying something about like I can see what they can see, or vice versa. And it wasn't it right after that whole like scene happens?
No, that's after you actually make it down to the garage.
Oh, okay.
You get that one scene but I remember earlier, Chris, there's two things I want to point out here. So earlier in the game, there was two PMCs, and one of them made hand gestures, and the other one like started doing them, and you're like,
"Oh yeah,
no, like they're not even looking his way."
Not even looking at each other.
Will be explained, Chris. It's the SOP system.
Yeah.
And the other thing I was gonna say, like a lot of what's his name, Bot, I believe, or maybe Bacon. I don't remember if it was Bot or Senor Bacon. There, they mentioned that I had dropped the hint of SOP again in one of the more recent episodes. Yeah, I said something about it because me and Luis we're on the same vibe, and I was like, "Damn, SOP!" And Luis started laughing, and you were like, "Ha ha ha!" I'm like, "Shut up, Chris. You don't know what we're talking about."
I was like, "Don't laugh, Chris. You don't know what we're talking about."
Yeah. So they commented
Chris was like, "I assumed."
Section.
What did you say? You said
standard operating procedure.
Yeah. And I was like, "Yeah, sure, Chris."
Yeah. So this is what we've been referring to. We've dropped it a couple times. The SOP, it was like just being in each other's mind, seeing what the other guy sees, knowing what the other guy knows.
And they do name it here,
mm-hmm.
right? They drop the name.
Oh, here?
Yeah, Snake says what it is.
I'm not gonna say yes or no because I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Well, he says it. It's called the He doesn't say it.
But I don't think so, bro. But
it's not like it's a spoiler. But it stands for Sons of the Patriots.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's what SOP stands for.
Yes, he does say. You're right.
But yeah, it's. I honestly don't even remember all this shit that she drops here. They talk about how they're. Oh, that the system can be bypassed. Maybe is what Snake says. And
Meryl says, "I just met a gun launderer." Yeah.
Yeah, and Meryl's like, "Well, there's only got to be like a few dozen out there. Whatever, blah blah blah." But yeah, she's very well. Like, what's it called? What's the word? Yeah, she's very accepting of this system.
Yeah. She thinks it's flawless, pretty much.
Yeah, like she likes it because in a codec call with, is it in a codec call with Otacon? I don't think it happens yet. But she seems different, more confident. She's not that little rookie anymore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I'm sure she realizes that it has to do with SOP, that it's it's helping her be a more confident soldier and not such a fuck up.
The third generation nano machines regulate fucking everything, and even Snake realizes it. You're right. Yeah.
I remember him talking to Otacon about that, basically saying like they don't need experience anymore to be good soldiers. Like they can just take anyone, give them the stuff, and they know what they're doing. Yeah.
He
go through some VR training. Go.
He even says that this is even better than that VR training that was all the rage a few years ago.
So he does say that. Yeah,
he drops that. So, but yeah. So I was gonna say like here's where we get the most on call.
Oh, is that why we don't get VR training anymore in these games?
Yeah, right. We get a poor defenseless chair, get fucking kicked around, and
what did that chair do to anybody?
No, she finds
I think I pointed it out too or something. Yeah.
I know I did, but
why chair? Why?
Because you point out that is the colonel that sent you here. It's just like the colonel, just like my uncle or some bullshit. She gets all pissed off, and so it's revealed that she knows that it's her father. So
full
circle. Yeah, full circle from Metal Gear Solid 1 there.
But I don't know if you noticed, like after she has that like tantrum, there's a little sound effect that happens that's kind of like the sound effect when you press the X button on the cutscenes or on the on the cutscenes, Chris,
Oh,
to
like
do
the
the
little
little
diarrhea
flashbacks.
noise, kind of the little
Yeah,
diarrhea noise.
the almost the fox die sound.
Oh, I think I do vaguely remember that.
Yeah,
maybe.
that sound happens, and all of a sudden she's calm again.
Huh.
So
Yeah.
I assume it's the
nanomachines,
nanomachines.
Yeah, so it's regulating her emotions.
Okay.
Seems to be.
Interesting.
But yeah, then she
Yeah.
just like sits down and she just goes like, I don't give a fuck about that piece of shit. That womanizing piece of shit is what she says.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, and she says, "Man,
Egotistical pigs, yeah.
pigs, men." And I was like, "What the fuck, bitch?" Like,
Yeah.
like,
But what's great is that it just centers on Snake, and he's just like,
yeah.
like,
and that's
like
what I'm
yeah, I mean,
saying,
he's going like, she's not wrong.
Yeah.
Well, but no, but I also take issue with that because it's like, again, well, we don't know what happened after Shadow Moses necessarily, but as far as we know, like, again, he's not like hit and quit it 007 James Bond, like banging every chick that gets in his way kind of guys,
He
So
was
it's
probably just like Gray Fox. Remember Gray Fox in Metal Gear 2? He was just like, I couldn't be the man for my
Yeah.
woman.
yeah.
Which I can't speak for it myself, but is like a thing for soldiers who come back with PTSD. It's just a part of them that like it clicks away, and they can't be that same husband that they were before they left. Trauma does all sorts of things, and how much trauma has Snake endured, that can he be a normal human being outside of war,
Oh yeah. But yeah, so then we get the scene here where it's there's 20 of them, and they're not from that praying mantis PMC either.
Huh?
That's what fucking Ed says.
Oh yeah, because okay, yeah. So fucking Johnny's like, oh, they must have seen the glare from my thing.
Yeah.
You think it's my fault? And it's like, oh, you fucking moron. So yeah, so you get ambushed by who, Chris?
A bunch of ninjas.
No ninjas, Chris.
Are they referred to as frogs? Because I must have missed that.
Yes, they're the frogs.
Okay.
Oh my god!
I even typed it in when you're like ninjas. I'm like, they clearly said frogs, Chris. But I'm like, all right, they go frogs.
Well, I was just caught up on the fact that they were like clinging to the walls and everything. So,
like
but
frogs?
I guess frogs do that. Yeah. I just made that connection.
Yeah. There was one point where you were like, "Why are they sticking on the roof or something?"
Yeah, they're on the ceiling.
And I
what
wanted
the
to
heck?
type in being like frogs,
Yeah.
Because I was expecting when you told me about that, I was expecting like literal frogs, and so I'm like, am I anywhere near the checkpoint? You're like, you're pretty much there. I was like, oh, okay.
The best part is he doesn't even follow Rat Patrol 1. He immediately turns around and goes the wrong direction.
And you made a comment, Chris. No, sorry, go ahead.
No, what was it?
Oh, well, I was gonna say you made the comment because you were like, I wonder how long it'll take for one of the members to die or some shit like that.
Yeah, I was like, who would
happen to you?
Yeah, I was like, who wants to put money who's gonna die first from Rat Patrol 1?
Yeah, so they can die, Chris, and it will be a game over.
Yeah.
Okay.
A permanent one, your game breaks.
And you're playing on normal?
I'm playing on naked normal.
Yeah.
Oh, because there's naked and solid normal, huh?
Yeah.
No.
What is the difference?
No. Well,
is it solid hard?
It's liquid easy.
Liquid easy. Naked normal?
Naked normal. Solid hard? Huh.
No, it's solid
that doesn't
normal.
Sound right.
There's two normals. There's naked normal and solid normal. Yeah. And then there's big boss hard and then the boss extreme. Am I wrong? And then I'm
trying to double check real quick.
And then there's European extreme. But I think you have to beat the game once. I might be completely wrong.
I don't want to launch my game to see that, but keep going.
I mean, I could just check the internet. See.
Yeah. I was trying to do that too. You could do it.
Yeah. Oh God.
But yeah, so you do this frog scene, Chris. I again on the boss extreme, and got my ass handed here horribly. I died a lot, and ultimately I decided I didn't want to do this non-lethal anymore, so I just started killing all the frogs. And it's funny for what's his name, for Ed to say there's 20 frogs, right? There's about 20 of them. Even would say around 20 when I finished this chapter. I'm just gonna skip ahead real quick, and like I know I did. I killed like 80 something motherfuckers. I'm like, well, that's more than 20, Ed. So yeah.
Yeah, I always end up killing a bunch of these fools. Or chicks, if you notice, they got bobas.
Yeah. Did you notice that, Chris? They're all chicks.
I did know. Actually, I didn't notice that. No.
I did.
All right.
No
I
way.
noticed
Over,
some of them
over
were.
two,
I
Chris.
noticed,
Over two.
I noticed some of them were chicks. I didn't notice them all of them were.
They're
Yeah.
all chicks, as far as I can tell. And I did notice that Chris tried to CQC one of them, and she fucking reversed
Yeah.
it on him. And
Yeah. Start choking him with like piano wire and shit.
Yeah. He's like, what the fuck?
So I don't know if you noticed, Chris. It tells you to shake, but it also tells you to press triangle at a certain point.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Okay.
If you successfully press triangle at that point, you get out of it quicker, or you throw them or some shit.
Okay. Yeah, I know sometimes I would like flip over behind them.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if that was the way that I was shaking it or if it was timing or something. I don't know.
Okay. So here's the difficulties. So yeah, it's liquid easy, naked normal, solid normal, big boss hard, and the boss extreme.
You're right. I don't remember both of those being normal, but yeah. So which normal? Naked normal?
So naked normal is actually easy, and liquid easy is very easy.
So
That
Chris,
makes
you're playing.
sense.
You said naked normal. Is what you're doing, Chris?
Yeah, so I'm doing
Yeah.
easy.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was gonna say that he first tried this, and to me, I'm like, I always hate this fight because I always had a problem with these guys, and
Mhm.
from solid normal and above, like it really is a challenge, because your dudes like take hella damage all the fucking
Mhm.
time, and they're way more, they jump around way more. Because I noticed you were just walking straight up to them and bumping into them. And I was like, what in the
Yeah.
fucking hell is happening? Like, why aren't they destroying him right now? Yeah. And then what's funny is I'm playing the boss extreme, and obviously I haven't played the game in a while on that difficulty. I first tried it too, and I was like, what the hell? I'm like, why did I have such a hard time on the other difficulties on solid normal and on big boss hard, but on the boss extreme, I fucking flew right through it. It was weird.
Wait, you flew right through it? I'm telling you, I got my ass kicked here. So.
I know. That's what I don't get. Like, I'm like, what did I do different that I had no problem this time? I really had no problem for some reason on the boss extreme. And I was surprised because I was already on the first floor. And I was like, dude, by now I would have already I was about to say carded. I would have had a fucking game over like 2 or 3 times already, at least. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I did different.
Oh, by the way, yeah, Johnny shits his pants during this scene here. So I thought that was funny because they even address it. They're like, God damn it, Akiba, get downwind now.
Yeah, get downwind.
Oh
no, he didn't first try it. He does die once.
Chris did that. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I did die. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But then
either way,
yeah,
like
when you jump,
you had a much easier time than
oh yeah,
than I did the first.
But
time.
then you jump down, and that's where you get the scene of like they think they're clear, and then a frog shows up, shoots Ed in the arm.
Oh,
and that's
before
when you
that,
get to see
Akiba gets knocked out by a stun grenade, and fucking like a little bit after that, he's the one who disarms that laser wall that Chris was so eager to jump through. Which, by the way, I forget every single time, but the reason they give you control right from that spot is because there's it gives you an opportunity to what's it called? Dive roll over that hole because there's more items on that side that you can't access otherwise.
Oh, okay.
And I always forget to do that. I jump down the hole and then I'm like, fuck. Like I forgot those fucking items. But yeah, then
I'm gonna check. Yeah, I forgot them this time, so I wonder if I got them ever in my other playthroughs.
I don't even remember what they are. I think it might be just like iPod music and stuff.
It must be iPod. It has to be iPod.
But yeah, like German said, you get to the bottom and you think you're clear, and then tank rolls through.
No tank.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No.
And the bottom floor?
Yeah, you get the SOP scene where they freaking
Dude, there's a tank that breaks right through the wall, and you have your last stand on the first floor.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant like jump down after the garage.
No.
I'm already past like the whole fight. Like, yeah. I'm sorry.
No. Yeah. That's almost like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Which, by the way, who the fuck is driving the tank? Is it a fucking PMC, a frog, or a militia? I never understood why the tank just busts through.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if
and then backs out again. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's it. Just bye.
See ya.
Just like, oh, I guess there's no one in here. Okay, bye.
It's just a drunk driver. Like, oh shit, no, my wrong house.
Not again. My insurance rates.
Yeah, no shit. I never understood. Yeah, like why it's just a random tank, and you don't even see who's driving it. They just leave.
Yeah. Oh god, that shit stain on fucking Johnny's great.
The fact that they like kick it and squishes and everything.
Oh yeah, fucking yeah, that squish sound and the flies and everything.
Oh yeah.
But yes, after the tank and that last standoff, then then you jump down the. Also, they give you another opportunity to grab some more items here, and then you jump down the elevator. Which I just remembered. Chris was trying to jump over that counter, And I told Chris, I was like, "That's a waist high counter. It's impossible to traverse."
I think you do that. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
But yeah, then you head down to the garage, and yeah, there's that SOP moment that the German was talking about.
Yeah. So that's where they kind of tell you like they really try to pound it in that like they are more efficient with this new system
Yeah.
because they see what each other see. So they were able to in split second calculate that it was better for them to switch targets or whatever's
Mm-hmm.
so that to be more efficient and not waste a shot or get outnumbered or whatever the fuck you want to say there.
Yeah.
Which I have a problem with this, the same way German has when it's like you've taken 50 bullets, but then in the cutscene they hold a bullet to your head or a gun to your head and say like, you fucking don't do what I say, I'll shoot you in the head.
Mhm.
This entire firefight, if they had
Oh,
such great SOP, they wouldn't fucking need me.
Yeah.
very true. Very true. Yeah, they would have cleared this. I mean, they are Liquid's personal fucking, assassins or whatever, but still, yeah, like the SOP would definitely come into handy here.
And did you
with their
notice,
whole-
Chris, there was oh no, go ahead, German.
No, you go.
I was about to say, did you notice there was one person missing from that SOP cool shot?
Meryl.
No.
Oh, she was the main one.
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny.
Yes.
Fucking Johnny.
Yeah.
So weird, huh?
He
Why?
sucks, man.
What's
What's funny, Chris? Oh no, not funny. What one cool scene? I was watching a recent interview with David Hitter, and they were asking him, like one of the questions they asked, and I loved it that his answer was like kind of one of my answers as well. They asked like, "Oh, what's one of your favorite quotes or whatever from the series?" Blah 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 blah.
Metal
And he
Gear.
said this quote right here when he says that he couldn't remember all of it, I believe, but or where it was from, but he was from 4. When Meryl looks at Snake and says, "It looks like your age of hero is finally over," and Snake says, "I'm no hero.
I'm no hero.
Never was, never will." And it's just so fucking true because again, and even in Metal Gear Solid 1, he's like, "I'm no hero." He's like, people
Yeah.
call me a hero, but I'm just the man who's in the spot. Every time, remember, he was never sent to save the world from in Metal Gear 1. He was sent to fucking die, and he saved the world.
Mm-hmm.
In Metal Gear 2, he was sent to save the world. Or he was actually sent to, no, same thing. He was never sent to save the world. He was sent to go rescue Dr. whatever with the Oilix. And turns out there's a fucking
yeah.
Metal Gear and fucking, oh, here I go again, I guess, saving the fucking world, It kind of reminds me of Bruce Willis from Die Hard, He's just...
He just happens to be
wrong
there.
place, right time, yeah.
Exactly. And he's like, I'm no hero, man. It's like, I just happen to be there and I have to do what I got to do,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody else is doing it, so I might as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah, and she even kind of drives it in too before this firefight where she says,
oh, yeah.
look alive, everybody. We got a real life legendary hero with us.
Yeah. She's like, don't choke out there. And they all kind of smirk like, huh.
Yeah, pretty much don't fucking embarrass me in front of Snake here.
Yeah.
Which is the first thing fucking Johnny does.
Yeah. And by the way, I don't know if you noticed, and I really mean this, I don't have an answer to this date because I might have, if I had one, I forgot it, or I never learned it. I don't know why these frogs turn into plasma when you kill them, or they glow blue.
Yeah, they glow blue,
or burn up, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, Chris. I'm
well, they don't seem to. Some of them give, and some of them don't. But they all exert that blue light.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm gonna poke around by Codec Calls and shit like
for
that.
the same reason that geckos moo.
For the same reason that Metal Gear Ray bleeds when you shoot the rockets at him.
Yeah, just because. But yeah, then you get another conversation with Meryl that they're gonna go where to meet. What the fuck are they doing? Because you split off here.
Yeah, you split off.
But I don't remember why. What she says.
Well, they're here. They're here to
keep the peace
as well. Yeah,
they're peacekeepers.
They are not part of the PMC. They're part of the UN, right, or something like that. And like she's here to see how they oversee how PMCs are acting. Like make sure that none of the Geneva conventions are being violated or whatever. They're here on their own. Which is interesting if it makes it seem like because she said that they lost 4 other units earlier or this month alone because they were undercover in Liquid's units.
Oh, right.
But does that mean they're pretending to be in Liquid's unit? I don't understand that part. I've never have understood it. She clearly tells you they're their own unit, and she's wearing a fucking Foxhound patch. And then
not just her, but so is Johnny.
Yeah,
I think they're all wearing the Foxhound patch.
I think they all are. Yeah. but then you're pretending to be part of the PMCs. It makes no sense. So I'm assuming she's not pretending to be part of the PMCs. They're just here to oversee.
And
PMCs.
as Meryl, how do you hide from Laguasalotl? Like,
oh no shit.
Whatever
100% know who you are.
Whatever side of his personality, if he's liquid or if he's ocelot, they both have met this person.
Well, she was wearing the Calava earlier, and then she just never put it back on again.
Oh, right, yeah.
She threw it away, man. She shouldn't have thrown it away.
Yeah.
She flung it all cool, like,
yeah.
With doves behind her.
Yeah, John Woo, that director, John Woo, from Face Off. Oh, man. Are they actually going to make Face Off too? I think they are.
What? I think you're a rumor, but...
but yeah, also you get a call from Otacon right afterwards, and this is where he mentions that those nanomachines have changed Meryl. She's like a different woman now. She's got a lot of confidence and stuff, and yeah, she's all in. She's all in on the nanomachines. Once again, machines pleasuring women more than real men can.
Absolutely.
Nanomachines. See, size doesn't matter.
By the way, Chris, I noticed that you completely just kind of skipped the little opening title screen, if you will. You just kind of went straight to start. So
no, he was sitting on that fucking menu for a while.
But he wasn't looking at it. He was fucking talking to us.
Well, yeah. And everyone in chat was like giving him shit because he's not pressing the start button.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true.
But yeah, what do you want to say about that start screen?
Oh no, I just wanted him to go when he turns it on system again to just enjoy it a little bit. It's,
okay.
Pretty cool little cutscene.
So I want to talk about the commercials because he's not going to see those again unless he starts a new game. You can just sit there and watch whole without changing the channel. I think you'll get like 2 commercials. If you don't change the channel. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, one of them obviously is that cooking one. There's no like significance to that one, right, German? It's just like,
no,
here's what the world is like now.
Yeah, pretty much is what I get, because like you can tell like there's bombs blowing up out there in a bunker. You can hear that.
That's right.
Dust coming down, and
there's an alligator.
Yeah, dude, that
on the floor.
Oh no, and then there's one that she the guy
the
rips
head,
off the snout, and I'm like, ugh, it's all nasty. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, and then if you look closely in the background, Kojima's just standing there.
Oh really? I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just standing there in the background. I'm like, what the fuck? What is he doing back there? And then there's the one with David Hayter, because Chris was like, "Oh, David Hayter."
Yeah, I saw it. He was flipping around. He's like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Wait, what?" He goes back. He's like, "David Hayter."
Yeah.
Cool. Good job, Chris. Good job.
Yeah, and he's just being interviewed by some lady, whoever this lady is, and if you watch it all the way through, I'll link the commercials down below so that you can watch them, Chris, and others who missed it while they're playing. Because I know if this is your first playthrough, you didn't see all of them, but they're fucking hilarious. This one with the interview, David Hayter's wearing the solid eye, and she's just asking him questions without actually caring about the answer. Like she just keeps cutting him off, and he just keeps getting more and more frustrated because he's just like, what am I even fucking doing here? And she's like, what is that thing you're wearing? And he's like, oh, I'm watching like a baseball game right now as we're talking. But there's that one. There's one that's like it's advertising. What is it? It's like a bunch of dudes standing there, and like one of them happens to shoot the shooter or something, and they're advertising. It's hard to see, but it looks like a raven. It's like a red raven. It looks like.
Okay.
I remember that one.
Yeah, and then there's one that's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and this lady contestant is an absolute dipshit and just fucks it up completely.
Yeah, the Tybo.
Oh, the typo one. Let me see. Yeah, I'm just okay. So there's one with like 2 chicks with guns, and they're
Black
being
and white,
like
almost like a yin yang kind of thing.
No. It's all like pink, and they're being held up by an octopus.
Octopus. Yeah.
Yeah, and that one is advertising something about octopus.
I think it's a perfume. Well, I don't know.
Oh
I think it's
Irresistible. It's like this perfume. Yeah, it's some octopus perfume. And then there's like just footage of an octopus.
Yep. Like
just
documentary.
Yeah, documentary. Oh yeah, because it's about the Malaysian octopus. That thing is fucking awesome. Or it's different octopuses. Yeah. Is it advertising the octo camo?
Yeah, well, it shows like it's like this creature can mimic its backgrounds perfectly. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
just went back. I've never noticed Hideo there. He's there for like a split
Yeah.
second.
Yeah. He's just.
I never 20 years later noticed he's there, just in the corner for
Yeah, because
a
I
frame or
noticed him one
two.
time, and I
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
who the fuck is that nerd? And then I was like, oh shit, I think that's Kojima.
Okay, hey, you want me to reveal something to you?
Huh?
When I first played this game back in 2008, I didn't know who the fuck David Hayter was. Sorry, I just wasn't big on
Oh, okay.
names. I know,
I'd
so I
never
was
seen
like,
his face. This is the first time I saw his face.
I'd never seen his face or knew the name. I won't lie, I wasn't in
Oh,
on it.
okay.
I never really read names back in the day, right? So I remember watching the scene. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And I went through all of them. I probably reloaded. I did a bunch of new games just so I can see all the cutscenes, right?
Yeah.
And then I was talking to my buddy about we were talking about it, and he was like, "Yeah, man, David Hayter over there." I'm like, yeah." He was like, and he was kind of kept going on about it, and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I was like, "Dude, the guy in the fucking chair with the iPad." I'm like, or the eye patch. I'm like, "Yeah, what about him?" He's like, "That's fucking David Hayter." I'm like, "Who the fuck is David Hayter?" Fucking the voice of Snake. Like, oh, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I'm sorry, dude. I know.
Yeah. No, I knew the name already, but I hadn't seen his face. And then when she goes like David Hayter, and I was like, oh
Yeah,
shit, this is the guy. Yeah. And then there's this black and white one with two chicks with guns, like ninjas, not frogs, Chris. They're ninjas. Oh, they're blindfolded too. And there's like jets in the background. I don't really remember this one.
It's
There's like a
fucking
train.
weird.
What the fuck is happening in this one?
Yeah. This one, I don't know.
I
Actually.
don't know what the hell that one's about. Okay, yeah, here's the cooking one with the alligator and shit. And just the lady walking around just like with the smile, like, don't worry, there's no bombs or anything.
Yeah. There's that one scene where they're throwing like chunks of meat into that bowl too,
Yes.
like chunks
Oh,
of
man.
flesh or whatever. Like,
That one is
oh,
very, unsettling. For me.
It's disturbing.
That's very disturbing.
Oh no, it's not
Well,
it's not a gator, it's a fucking Gila monster.
Gila monster?
oh no, the one on the ground was the Gila monster.
Yeah,
But
I
they
think
had
they're
the
cooking
gator
a
Gila
head
gator.
on the table.
What's
Yeah,
the Gila monster?
Gila monster is
It's-
kind of like a Komodo dragon, but like
yeah.
bigger,
Oh,
I think.
okay. A monitor
From
Gila monster?
Rescuer Down Under.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Good-
I
good,
thought you guys were fucking with me. I was like,
Good name drop. Yeah, Gila monster.
you.
It's for
It's one of
Monster
my
Hunter
favorite
Wilds.
movies. Yeah.
fucking hammered, Chris. No, then you get the two inputs, Hideo 1 and Hideo 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah, there was
And then
something
there's like
there.
a secure. It's a commercial for like security, and it's like this giant robotic mantis.
Mhm.
So yeah, that
Oh.
one's kind of like it reminds me of like remember the Cobra commercials, like or Viper, like your car's protected by Viper, and it was like
Yeah, very faintly. Yeah.
it kind of made me think of that unarmed surveillance system mantis. Yeah, here's the Tybo one.
The Type
Okay.
one, yeah.
I can't think of other ones.
But I think it's funny that it starts off and you're like, what the fuck is this? You're like, I'm playing Metal Gear, right? Like, I put it in the right game, right?
Yeah, it's so fucking confusing at the beginning, and
I
then
want to say I bought this system at the same time I bought Metal Gear 3, so I don't think I had played anything else in the PlayStation 3 yet.
I don't remember what I was waiting for. I knew Metal Gear was coming, but I was kind of like I jumped the gun and I bought it with the Uncharted 3 bundle because I was just like, well, let me just get this PS3, because I had fucking money back then for some reason, and just fucking bought it. I'm like, why not? And I was like, oh, this is fucking tight because this was like, wait, had the Slim already come out when MGS4 came out?
I have no idea. I got PS3.
Because the PS3 came out in 2006, the original fat
PS3
one.
September 2009, so no.
Oh shit! So I bought my PS3 after MGS4 came out. Whoa, that's weird.
But it is weird. Yeah.
Yeah, because usually I have the system before the game comes out. I think. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I got the Slim. Yeah, that was the second version. Because then there's a Super Slim. Oh yeah, and then there was like some Wolf commercial there at the end, which I forgot what it was. But yeah, I'm not even showing these guys what it is or Chris because I want him to like see them and experience them like he did the first time. I don't want to spoil anything for him. But yeah, they're fucking hilarious. But yeah, I just wanted to mention the commercials. What else we got to say about this before we head on out?
I had made this comment a few times throughout my little playthrough when I was streaming it, but I can definitely see why this is one of German's favorites.
Oh, you
So,
mentioned that, yeah.
Yeah. Just I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it quite yet.
Quite
I
yet.
think
Good work.
but there's something about it. It's just it keeps drawing me in.
Okay, good.
It just like even with the trailers and everything, like you guys said, like Like it got me pumped, it got me excited. And like it's just ever since then, it's been like it's drawing me in. I just want to keep playing it. I don't want to
Good.
stop. I just want to keep going, kind of
We
thing.
want
So
that. We want that. That's good.
yeah.
Now you can see why it's German's favorite. Can you see why it's not my favorite?
Not yet.
Okay.
I have a couple of clues. But I don't quite see that yet. No.
Yeah, because so far at this point in the game, like I was like, yes, more, fucking.
Yeah.
Hurt me more.
Yeah, I was like, there's a certain point where I'm just kind of like, okay, what are my
Yeah.
orders? But yeah, no, I hope that doesn't happen to you. I hope it's fucking just, up and up and up and up the whole game.
Yeah.
Because I like I said, I feel like I'm in the minority in the MGS lovers camp, which is fine. Everyone has their own likes and dislikes on the Metal Gear series.
Yeah.
Some people
like
love Twin Snakes, and some people are normal.
I was gonna
normal
say,
fans.
yeah, I was gonna say I love Twin Snakes, so
yeah. Okay. Anything else, German?
No. We pretty much covered a lot. I think we're good.
Okay, cool. So we know our next checkpoint. I discussed it with German.
Okay.
It's gonna be a little bit weird, but hopefully this makes sense to you, Chris. There's gonna be one forced save, and that's gonna be at the end of this act. And then there's gonna be another forced save. I'll just tell you straight up, there are mission briefings. So there's gonna be a mission briefing after this forced save.
Okay.
Go through this whole mission briefing, and then once that force save happens, the second force save, that's when you stop.
Okay.
So the game save should say like Act 2 mission briefing end or some shit.
Okay.
It's weird, but that's what the save will say. So
like the very first one was like Act 1 something. The very first force save. I mean,
the first force save will say Act 1 ending. Or Act 1 end or some shit.
But I'm talking about the first one in the game.
Oh, I don't know what that one was called.
Because it was like right after the I don't know if it was right after the credits or right after the movie thing or when it was, but
I know what you're talking about. Like if it was after the flashback or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe it was right after the title reveal, like the middle MGS4 title. Or no. Right before it gives you the Act 1 title card.
Oh, okay, yeah, that sounds about right.
So I think that one just says Act 1 start is what that game says.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So like I said, this 2 more force saves. So one of them's going to say Act 1 end, go through the mission briefing. Once that mission briefing is done, save, and that'll be your next checkpoint.
Okay.
So I hope that's clear to everybody listening. Those who have never played, like Chris, probably doesn't really make too much sense right now, but once you see it, you'll be like, okay, this makes sense. And those who have played, you'll know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. And I hope you guys understand why I'm doing it that way. Yeah, for those who have played before, I hope you guys understand why I'm doing that.
Fair enough.
I just think it's going to split everything equally. And yeah, otherwise it'll be really weird. Yeah, it'll be chaos.
Right.
It'll be fucking... Alrighty. Well, this has been Codec Calls, a Metal Gear Saga podcast. I have been your host, Luis, codename Red Noise.
Hey guys, I'm German, codename Riser Not.
Chrono Riser.
Huh?
Chrono Riser.
Chrono Riser. Damn. Okay, I forgot.
Oh, okay, I see where he was going with because of Chrononaut.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Where did he get the knot from? I was like, you talking Death Stranding?
What is it again? Chrononaut?
Chrononaut.
Chrononaut was the original one. Well, Chrononaut was the original one.
Well, it was Chrononaut Riser or Chrono Riser for short, yeah.
Chrono Riser, that's...
Yeah.
They're all cool. I like all of them.
Yeah.
Good job, Noise. I will praise you again. Good job with those codes.
Chronos. We'll just call you Chronos. Whatever.
And I am Damn It Chris, a.k.a. Blue Rhino Boss.
Yes. We didn't introduce ourselves at the beginning, but that's who we are.
Yeah.
I did the intro, and then I was so happy that I did the intro in one shot, I forgot to introduce us.
I was gonna point it out, and I was like, you know what? We're far enough along now; it'd be awkward at this point. So whatever.
Yeah. Yes. One question, Noise. Who are we and what are we doing? Ha Chris. Very funny.
I was gonna do that again too.
If you guys want to reach us, you can hit us up at leave a voicemail or a text or don't, because apparently I'll get your phone number, but it's 209-791-0995. I promise I won't dox you if you do. And then also, I forgot something. I forgot something fucking important.
Uh-oh.
I was actually going to do it last time, but I forgot, and just now I remembered. What is the thing? Oh yeah.
New message received.
Oh.
Yes, if I can figure this out. How do I do this? What's happening here? We got another review.
Oh, nice.
Yes, it happened while I was away in Mexico. But I saw it and I was like, don't forget this. And I forgot. So November 8th is when this happened. It didn't,
Okay.
6 months didn't go by. We're still in the same month.
Yes.
So this is by our fan named Basket Case 426. The review is titled Kept Me Waiting, Huh? And it's a 5-star review. Thank you. And he says, I think she, they say, I love this podcast. These 3 snakes remind me of me and my friends and how we pick apart this series and explain it to outsiders. Flucking, I think that was a typo. Flucking love these kinds of discussions. but ever since they hit MGS3, the waiting a week in between episodes has become harder and harder. But that just means they're good at what they do. So more people should listen so they can do this all the time instead of their day jobs. Okay, cool. Glad we established that.
Hey, man, thanks a lot.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Thank you for the words of encouragement.
And by the way, I think you meant to say ducking.
Yeah. Goddamn autocorrect, dude. Ducking? No, I meant fucking. Have you even changed it in the settings? Why do you keep changing it to ducking? Son of a bitch. But yeah, I guess I should add that to the outro. Yeah, leave us a review. We'll read it. Thank you. We really appreciate it. Basket Case 426.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I said this last time too, and like every time it comes up, I mean it. Like it astounds me that people like. I know friends will do it to support you, like, oh yeah, you're doing this, or it's a common interest or whatever. But like, it's so weird to me to think that like complete strangers are like listening to this, and like, oh, this is so great. Like, I can't imagine like this being the high point of someone or like they said like, oh, it's getting tough to wait between episodes or something. It's like, but why? Like, I'm a complete idiot. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. But some people are into that kind of stuff, you know, and yeah. I'm glad that people are getting entertainment from it one way or another. So thank you. Yeah. Like from the bottom of my heart, like that's awesome. That means a lot to me. So that's cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yes, I feel the same way. Yeah. That imposter syndrome where you're like, why are you listening?
Yeah. No, again, we appreciate you. We want you to stay here, but it does feel like it feels good. It feels nice to know that again that we're reaching the audience we wanted to. People that are curious about it, people that also want to discuss this game, and now they can discuss themselves in the third person and be like, yeah, man, I agree with that. That shit's bullshit, you know? Because we all have that franchise that we're like, fuck, I can't stop talking about this franchise. I want more people to talk about it, you know?
Yeah.
So,
and you're the guy that everyone stares at when you talk about that game.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Whatever. No, send us questions, send us complaints, tell us what you want, why you think, you know, John
things we missed. Also, we never really asked for that.
Obviously.
Like things we missed.
There's so much in this series. There's so much stuff. I mean, we could probably never run out. Seems like every other month they're still popping out new. Did you know Metal Gear facts? I'm like, what the fuck? I thought we were done with this shit. Like I thought we knew everything about this series.
Yeah, it's almost like, what do we do once we finish, you know, the entire series? Do we go back and go frame by frame so we can catch everything? Like, what do we do?
Yeah, frame by frame. Jeez.
See, Hideo Kojima's right there on the side. He's just standing there.
Yeah, years later, man.
Yeah, but anyways, also you can hit us up through email.
You almost had it.
Through email at info@pixel-menders.com. You can also visit our website, pixel-menders.com, and see what our other projects are going to be or that they currently are. You can join our Discord, absolutely free, except for a couple of things behind a paywall. But yeah, come in, discuss some stuff, hang out, bullshit, post memes, discuss Easter eggs, whatever. Mm-hmm. You could also hit us up on socials, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit. Again, for some reason, I don't know why I did that. And yeah, if you'd like to support the podcast, you can support us on Patreon. You get live access to the pods as we record them, so you get to hear all my mistakes that I don't cut out. We get early access to the episodes, so as soon as I'm done up editing, they go right up to our Patreon. You could also be our guest if you would like. And I don't know if you guys saw on the Discord, but I think we already have our guest for MGS4.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Yeah, you didn't see Chris?
is it in Codec Calls?
I think
What?
so. Oh, can Chris not see that?
I don't know. I
Not that-
didn't. I don't.
Not that it would have been a spoiler for you, but where did he tell me? Anyways, I am a robot.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, he kind of like mentioned it, and I was like, oh, do we have our guest lined up? So if he's down, which I'm sure he is, yeah,
That'd be
Would-
awesome. Yeah.
would love to have him as a guest. So yeah, if someone out there would also like to be a guest, just support us on Patreon and buy your way in, I guess, to talk to us directly. But yeah, thanks again, everybody.
Thank you again for that review. Yeah, thanks
Yeah,
for
thank
listening,
you.
everybody.
And you got your marching orders.
Mhm.
After the mission briefing, save like I always say, pull out that disc and snap it in half.
It's gone through so many discs, man.
Well, the Blu-rays are harder. Have you noticed that? You ever try to snap a Blu-ray? It's harder than a regular
it's
CD.
hard.
Fucking hard as shit. They bend actually. I don't think you can snap it.
I don't know.
Anyways, bye.
See ya.